Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another Disclosure in the Media. I'm here with Richie McGreevy, and we are going to talk about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So take it away, Richie.
Hello, everyone. So, the Breath of the Wild is the latest incarnation of Zelda, and this has probably been the most explorational game since the first one that ever came out. And I think it premiered its release in 2015. We saw this trailer of Link riding a horse. We assumed it was Link. We didn't know who it was because he wasn't wearing the traditional garments in this one. And you just saw like this. He was being chased by this huge big spider bot. Later on, you find it's one of the Guardians, the corrupted Guardians. We didn't know what to really make of it, and they started showing off the gameplay, and we started seeing that this is taking a lot of inspiration from the games like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. It's much more open world. We were skeptical at first because we didn't know what it was. You can do all these things, but you're going to have a very linear, shallow story to it because there wasn't much of a linear. They said there wasn't going to be a linear structure to it, and then when the game came out, it literally took our breath away, literally. So when you start off the game because it's 100 years after a battle with the Calamity Ganon in this game, and you find Link has just woken up out of this stasis. It's like a form of stasis pod. He wakes out the shrine of where is it? The shrine of resurrection, and he'll hear like this faint voice and he'll see this light. No, go away! Don't want that. No, go away. And he'll hear like this the faint voice. You later find out it is Zelda talking to him, telling him it's been 100 years, wake up, and she'll guide him to a pedestal that has a Sheikah slate in it. Now, the Sheikah slate is Sheikah slate. Yes. The Sheikah slate, can I get better images than this?
That's interesting.
Where's the image? Oh, there's better images. Hold on. Where's the images gone? Oh. No, go away.
Yeah, you got an ad running in the background there. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. So the Sheikah slate essentially acts as like a tablet in this game. You can use it to like take pictures. It can also harness like other abilities. You can use it for like moving objects. Like you can move metallic objects later on in the game. It gets the ability called magnesis. It can freeze objects, so you can put them in stasis. And you can also use chrononesis. So you can create ice blocks that come out of the water, create platforms to get across the water. Because in this game you have a stamina meter when you run. If you run out of if the energy if it depletes in the water, you drown, realistically. But yeah, essentially this is like your key item in the game, one of the key items in the game, and it also helps resurrect a lot of these other shrines and the towers, which you put on pedestals.
That's interesting. It looks like a lot like a phone with like a handle on it.
Yeah, it's like essentially it's like a tablet, pretty much.
Yeah, so basically the download I'm getting is they're also trying to get people to see their phone as a key item. There's a bit of negative disclosure in there where they're trying to get people to be more attached to their phones, so they made that look like a phone.
So this is one of the shrines you come across after. Why did I put that before the tower? So you start off in this plateau. And you meet up with this old man who turns out to be the king of Hyrule in disguise. And you can't leave this plateau unless you get all the you activate all the shrines. And this is where you get your magnesis and chrononesis and the other upgrades to your phone. Your Sheikah slate. And also the Sheikah has a much more bigger role in this game, as you can tell. But this is the tower where you go to, and you climb up it, and you put the Sheikah slate in a pedestal. And this allows you to activate because at first this thing's dormant. It's like on the ground, and when you place the item into the pedestal, it resurrects up, and it activates all the other shrines and the other towers in the world of Hyrule. And when you want to sync up your map, you have to go to these, and when you have, your Sheikah slate will sense shrines, these things here near your location. And when you have activated these artifacts, they'll glow blue. Or if you
Mhm.
and if when you complete a when you complete the trials and the shrines, because the shrines are essentially like the little dungeons in this game. And when you complete them, they become blue. So hang on, let me see if I can get an image of the shrines here. Is there? Yep, come back here. So here we are. So this is what the shrine. So when you go to when you go up to the shrine, you see this pedestal. You can put the
Yeah.
you put the tablet on there, and it allows you to get access there. Takes you down into underground into the shrine, and this is pretty much what every shrine's interior looks like. And it's also got constellations on there as well. You see there,
Mm-hmm.
star constellations on the shrines. I'm not sure what it takes. A lot of this takes inspiration from in culture wise.
What it's a mixture of things. From what
Yeah.
I'm seeing, there's like Atlantean tech in there. There's a bit of
Aztec.
Lemurian and Aztec, and then there's also a bit of modern tech in there, with like with the tablets and the towers and stuff like that. And the fact you can transport also in the game is also like a form of streaming too.
When you complete these shrines, you can teleport back. The shrines allow to teleport, the location teleport, so you can teleport to any location you want as long as you've completed the shrine, the trial. So that's cool. So yeah, that's them. This is before you, and this is just as you activate it, because it'll still have those like orange streaks of light going to it when it's not activated or it's not been complete. When the shrine has been completed, hold on, let me get rid of this.
Yeah, it's interesting that they do the star constellations, because I was just talking about something like this on Interstellar Council yesterday, where the Lyrans were bringing up the fact they could go through a portal and a doorway like that and arc themselves all the way back to Lyra through a beaming like streaming system. It would be like the transporter on Star Trek, but just kind of on acid, where you could go to any point through via like an antenna like that. So that was just brought up yesterday on Interstellar Council. So that's very interesting.
Yeah. And in each trial, at the end of the trial, you'll come across these monks they're like in this meditative state, and they're talking to you telepathically. Because they said the Sheikah, they're very highly telepathic. The symbol there, the eye, means wisdom, the awakened wisdom and knowledge, and the teardrop means their dedication to the royal family. But they're very essentially, these monks are very highly telepathic, and they can talk to you whether or not they're using technology or not. Well, they are, but I don't know if they're using their own telepathy, mental state. But they're in this status sleep, stasis. And after they've spoken to you, well done, you complete the shrine and congratulate you, they give you something called the spirit orb. And where is it? Here it is. Nope. Where is it?
Oh yeah, it came up. There you go.
No. Oh, for God's sake! What? Oh, I didn't. I just want. Let me just type it in.
Okay. Yeah, it's being kind of creepy today. So yeah.
Wild spirit orbs. Here we are. The monks will present you with this. It's the best image you can get of it.
Okay.
And it has like the crest. Well, this one's better actually. It has like the crest. Yeah. Oh, this will act as currency to upgrade your heart or your stamina vessels. Well, they give you your heart and your stamina gauge, and you'll get like stamina and heart vessels, which you just saw there a minute ago. And if you have 4 of these, you can go to these statues of the goddesses here. And if, like I said, you have 4, you need 4 of them. I think there's a total of 120 orbs to collect. So you can you get 30 upgrades.
The download I'm getting on that's essentially more Orion than it is anything else, where they have a concept called the Chintamaniya stone, where in some paintings, like the Salvator Mundi, for instance, you see that Da Vinci did, where it's the stars of Orion inside. Also, that could also be elemental as well, which is more of a connotation which is going on here. Whereas fairies are inside these they can go down to these little orb-like structures, but there's also little spaceships where you see little people inside of them, like that too, orbital type of spaceships, where it's like a dimension within a dimension, so therefore they can look like they're smaller. The fact they're using them as currency, there's 2 different things being shown there. The fact that it's being used as currency, it's interesting because galactically there are chips that are of those different colors that denote resources, denote medical, denote all of those things. That's touching on that, but also there are some species that trade soul shards and soul fragments as well. So this is a merging between galactic galactic history and Orion soul shard harvesting. So it's both. I'm seeing both there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So after he gives you the spirit orb, the monks will disappear. They've did their time here, and they ascend.
Okay.
They ascend pretty much. So you can either go. So you can go to these statues, like you said. You can go upgrade your heart of your stamina gauge, and you get these. That's like your stamina gauge. Great. So you can climb, run longer, so on and so on. And I think now when you upgrade your hearts, even though you do there is only 4 dungeons in this game, but 4 main dungeons anyway. But if you collect, I believe, 12 of these or 11, you can pull out the Master Sword. Because Link in this game pretty much wakes up naked. He has no weapons or anything. And the weapons he gets in this game aren't always durable. You have to keep finding. So pretty much it's just a massive open world game. You have to collect as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you get 11 of these, you can pull out the Master Sword. If not, you'll die when trying pulling it because it drains your sword energy. There's also another statue as well. Where is it? It's called the Horn. It's called the Horn statue. This one you can find. I'm not sure the location of it. I haven't tried it yet, but I know it's meant to be like a more bastard version of the goddess.
Mm-hmm.
This was a being. That was a being that once traded like people's essence.
Oh yeah, that would be more of a dark angelic or like Orion Archontic form, yeah.
And then and then the goddesses found out the activities, and they combined him to a statue. But people still sometimes pay homage. Now, if you gave him, say, rupees and stuff like that, he'll take a heart. He'll give you a load of rupees if you like, or currency or whatever, for a part of your essence. So your heart or something, your stamina vessel, you can sacrifice to him. Pretty much. And so
basically you give part of yourself to him and he gives you trade,
as a part in the game. So yeah, you can do it's just a cheap way to get in like money, but in result you lose hearts in this game. So yeah, so that's really cool. So after you've activated the 4 shrines and you got your upgrades, your stamina and your chronesis, and hold on, let me get Breath of the Wild chronesis. Now the chronesis is quite interesting because it does it creates these blocks in the water, these ice blocks that you can go on without you having to travel. For God's sake, chronesis. Yes, I know I've spelled that wrong, idiot. I'm dyslexic. Yeah, you can create these like solid blocks in the water, and they don't freeze enemies, sadly, and you can use them for just like solving puzzles in the game. And literally the only form of dungeons in this game, sadly, are like you don't have the themed dungeons like you did previously in the game. It's only these the shrines.
Mm-hmm.
But, they're interesting enough. You can get different like items in there. It's not just it's not just a spirit. You can also get like different. You can find different treasure chests. You can get different weapons in there, different bows, and you got different bow sets in this as well. Because not again like weapons in this aren't all durable, and you have to be very cautious and very resourceful and conservative at what you're doing. So I'll get to weapons in a minute. So after the enemies you encounter in this game, and there wasn't much variety enemy in this game, which was quite sad. Bit sucky. The enemy variety was a little bit sad. You got like the goblins, the moblins, traditional ones. Now you got different varieties.
Oh, I've seen goblins that look like that before. Yeah, those. I've seen these scaly goblins. I thought I mistook them for Grimpa one time, but those are actual little creeps that try to get in your house. They'll scratch you and they'll bite you. They're like a gremlin type of thing that were considered vermin on alien ships out in the galaxy. So there's some that look pretty much like that, but there's also other ones that are the ears are shorter and they're like pure white and they kind of hang out in caves underground. They look real similar. And then there's an elf species that's degenerated that looks similar to that too.
Depending on the different color renditions, they drop different items. I haven't come across the gold ones yet, but the white ones, they all drop like rubies and stuff in this game. They'll drop more in the more valuable items, but they're really hard to take down. The white variety of most of these as well are quite most difficult, and the gold one as well. I haven't come across the gold ones yet. And what are the moblins or what they're called? I can't remember if I can't remember if these are new. These are specifically new to Breath of the Wild, or they made an appearance. I know the goblins have been a long time enemy in the Zelda series because they appeared in Wind Waker as well. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of this design. I don't think they have much charm to them. I prefer the ones in Wind Waker.
Yeah, Yeah, these they look a little weird, but they look like some of the real ones that are out there. They're ugly enough to be the real ones. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then of course you got these of goblins, and they can also carry weapons. These two types of enemies, they'll pick up random weapons and throw them at you, or they could be carrying weapons that you can take from them. Or they can just they can shoot bows at you and stuff like that. Sometimes there'll be groups of them. There'll be just some random on their own.
Yeah, the
And
moblins are they look similar to some creepy little negative elementals I've run across that do have little horns coming out of their face and everything too. So that's fairly interesting. It's a fairly new thing I've run across where
yeah,
they look kind of like that, but with like the horn is further down on the face a little bit. It kind of coils back like this. It's a new one that I've run across that's been some weird. It's a weird land corruption or some kind of curse or something like that. I've run across that. I don't know completely what it is, but it's some kind of corrupted land entity of some kind. But
yeah.
I've run across one that looks very similar to that. Yeah.
I'll get into that concept later because that's it's interesting about the corruption of the land.
Yeah.
And here's another enemy you come across, like a Lizilphos.
Oh, that's
Since
interesting.
scale, yeah. These chameleon gecko look ones. Well, chameleon more because of the eyes. And yeah, these guys are a bit more intelligent than the goblins. They're a bit more aggressive too. They can also hear. They've got a better sense of hearing. Than the goblins, you go near them, they're much more faster as well.
Okay.
And these can also be. There's different types of elementals. These are the fire ones that can blow fire at you. Now, if you fire an ice, you can also get fire, and you can get different elemental arrows in this pretty soon in the game. And if you use like the opposite elemental against them, like say fire an ice, if you fire an ice arrow at him, he disintegrates. So you get an ice sword, hit him with that, he disintegrates. Yeah, you got elemental swords in this one as well, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, like there are corrupted elements as well, where some entities will take corrupted versions of embodiments of the elements and throw them at you. So mixtures of fire and ice, I always use that against.
You can counter back with them with the different elementals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the one that fires ice at you, the white one. This has got this electric one. To imagine the Zelphus. I don't know how you pronounce that. But if any of these electrical enemies touch you though, you'll lose your sword. And if you've got any metallic weapons, or I think it might just be any weapon at all, but instantly drop your weapon. You have to collect it again. Yeah, these are just the more stronger varieties, and I haven't come across the white ones yet. I think they're in the snowy parts. You come across them later on in the game, depending on how much progress you made. Yeah. So yeah, these are the Stelphos.
Oh, those are
the Stelphos, yeah, these like the goblins, but they're like skeleton versions of them that you need to read. If anyone remembers us talking about the Stelphos in the previous episodes, is what pretty much these are, the goblins. And they are annoying. They do appear up quite periodically. They only appear at night time though. The only way to destroy them is by destroying the head. Because if you shoot them, their body disintegrate, but the head, you have to kill the head.
Oh, yeah, that's like I've run into Jinn skeletal looking beings like that before, where you do have to get the head, and you can sever, but the head will grow a new thing back. So that's actually accurate for Jinn. So it's in types of.
And this is one of the goblin ones, the same principle pretty much, and yeah, the Zelphos skeletons. They're pretty weak. They're pretty easy though. They're just kind of annoying. Then you got the severed head ones that are controlled by the Kalami. Then you got these called the Choo-Choo. I guess how you pronounce them, Choo-Choos. There's different types. You got the regular ones, and you got the fire and the ice ones, electric ones, and they act pretty much the same, in the same concept as the previous enemies. You need different elemental. Well, you can hit them after a while because their energy sort of depletes, but it's recommended to sort of counteract them. With electric ones, though, it's just you can just wait for them just to disintegrate their energy, then hit them. Because if you shot them with an arrow and you're near one, they'll explode with that element, that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can also.
Yeah, I've seen there's apparently a blobish type of ET out there as well, where it looks kind of like that, where it's like this weird conglomeration of energies, very much like an elemental that's come from like a certain frequency value, like nature. And there's some that form blobbish forms like this as well.
And you can also use monster parts in this as well to upgrade your armor or certain weapons. Well, not so much weapon. Well, no, not weapons. Sorry, your armor.
And some also, I want to say, some elementals like fairies that take on human form later on. Sometimes in the very beginning they look like this too, where the blob, where they'll have to form like a coalescent type of form after a while.
Blob.
Yeah.
So here we have the returning enemy, the keys, and kind of remind me of I think they might be the slit eye reminds me a lot of the Calamity in this game. Because they're all controlled by Ganon. They're all essence. All these monsters are essence of Ganon, And there's a concept later on in the game I'll show you called the Blood Moon. All the enemies that you defeated in each area, once the Blood Moon rises up, they'll respawn again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really creepy, eerie sort of
Oh yeah,
elements
well,
of the
it's
game.
like the moon that's spawning everything. It's kind of like how the moon here spawns certain energies when it's at a full moon. It brings up and stirs up certain curse energies and stuff here. But yeah, those creatures, it's very similar to like almost like certain spying drones that I see here sometimes, where they're just a flying eyeball. Yeah,
pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Some are organic, some aren't.
There's the Octoroks making their appearance again. They just
Hmm.
some of these that are underground, they're quite annoying. If you're climbing and they constantly keep spitting rocks at you, so and they're quite fast as well.
Yeah, and also there are galactic and also elemental types that are corrupted, that are octopi type ones that will spit things at you or grab onto your head. And some of them are full man-like ones that actually spit like blobbish like mucus at you and stuff like that. And they're full man size, but only some of them are corrupted. Some fish beings like that are kind, but a lot of these that like this that I've run across have been corrupted and will spit things at you or grab you in some fashion and steal your energy shards and your energy core. So yeah,
these are the ones that float.
I put them in the gin category usually. Yeah.
And Wiz robes. I don't know if anyone's a long time fan, you remember these in the original game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think these have made an appearance since then. The Wiz robes, and
Oh,
they're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
they're different elemental. They throw out different elementals, fire, ice, and lightning at you. So they're quite annoying, but they're not. There's not many of them in the game.
Yeah, that's a classic bad guy right there. That's kind of like a forest witch or some kind of corrupted elemental. Yeah, I've run across similarly type of work thing before.
And you can also when you defeat them, you can also get their rods, which is really cool in the game. I don't think because the rods have made an appearance. I think that was in the Link to the Past, but yeah, you can use them like as a tool in this game, pretty much. So yeah, these are the more stronger variants of the other ones. And you got the Rock Titans in this game. They appear in all parts of the game, and the only way to destroy them is hitting like a patch on their back. They got like a patch of ore in the back. You have to shoot that. No way to harm them. And there's different variants of these, like, corrupted elementals, whatever, and
kind of like a rock golem. Yeah,
that's what they're called. Yeah. So they're pretty.
The rock people, the golem came from like a Jewish mythology where it was more like a conjuring or a summoning, the rock golem, and it eventually these summonings became their own life form after a while, and some of them still live to this day as elements of like lava, fire, and stone underground. So yeah, there are rock beings like this. Even though the Gorons are kind of like a more advanced version of that, this is basically how the rock golem thing started, essentially, in the original conjurings of it.
Yeah, and each time you defeat a rock golem, they'll give you a ton of like ore. There's a lot of ore in this game, and you can mine. You'll find like these specific rocks that produce it. It looks something similar to what it has on its back that you have to shoot at. So it's like so you can avoid them. They're pretty cumbersome and slow. You'd have to always fight them. This game, the game's a lot different from the previous game. It's got a huge broad area and there's they're in they're pretty much in all terrains. You don't so you got the fire and the ice ones.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the next enemy you fight is the Lionel. Now this looks like a corrupted centaur type with a Lyran, and it should. And this is and this is oh bugger. Hold on.
Yeah, the Lyrans were telling me yesterday on Interstellar Council that there were a multitude of corrupt versions of them in different combinations. So it's wouldn't surprise me if one came out that was like had 4 legs and everything. And I've seen centaurs before. They're a type of elemental that was created by Poseidon back in the Greek mythological period.
Yeah, and Zeus as well. A bastardized version of a child, aren't they? It was some sort. I can't remember the full story behind it. But they're creating, and interestingly enough, they have the ability to fire. They fire a lot of lightning arrows at you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're considered one of the more hard. These are one of the more difficult enemies in the game. They're the most intelligent out of all of them, and they're very aggressive. They're very tough, very resilient. And if you're at a low point in the game and low status, I wouldn't recommend going for these guys because you're not going to have the right amount of weapons to just power in the weapons, and the weapons aren't that very durable in early portions of the games. So yeah, you have to I suppose after when I've done the tech, because by the way, we've got gameplay footage, people. Yay! So
Hmm.
after I complete the first temple, I'll show you what one of these are like. And yeah, I mean they're not the most annoying enemy in the game. I'll get to them in a minute. But yeah, there's different renditions of the Lionel. You got the red main Lionel. You got the blue main Lionel. Again, they're just different variations, and some of them have like different archetypes in the weapons.
Okay.
Some of them have like the long swords, like because Link has different archetypes in his weapons too. He has like long sword, the short sword. You have the spear, and these fall into the same category. Some of them have like the sword and the shield. They have the spear, they have the giant weapon. And some of they, I believe, I think they all produce fire as well.
Hmm.
They blow fire. They all have this sort of ability to produce fire. The Lionels.
I don't think these have been seen since like the first game or so, because I
They
remember
they
them.
made an appearance in was it a Link Between Worlds, and they're
Oh,
really difficult. And
Link to the Past or something like that. I
Link
think,
to the
yeah.
Past, Link Between Worlds, and they're really. I remember them being really difficult. But these are
Okay,
a lot
yeah,
more.
they made a reappearance there. Yeah,
And
yeah.
at a certain distance, if they'll spot you from a certain distance as well, quite a far
Mhm.
distance, and I'll start firing lightning arrows at you. Now I don't know if that's something to do with like the connection between Zeus giving them being born from the cloud. The shock
Mhm.
arrows are out because I know
Yeah.
he said
Oh,
he.
yeah. It's kind of like a connection between Zeus and his thunderbolt sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That.
Zeus.
Yeah. This is an interesting. It's a mix between the centaurs that Poseidon created, and then you have when he was trying to invent the horse. He was trying to woo Athena, so he made all these weird variations in the centaur with one of them. The giraffe was one of them. Zebra was one of them. You know, things of that nature. Where he was, it was just
Yeah.
basically genetic engineering. And
I heard.
also the Lyrans were saying that there were corrupted timeline variants, like parallel universe variances of them. And they said something similar to this as well.
Yeah, these things are quite terrifying.
And they said
First,
their creepy versions are terrifying too. They'll eat people and everything. So yeah,
yeah, pretty much is the more stronger ranks of the Lyrons. I mean the Lionels. Yeah, they're called Lionels and Lyrans. Just that's some connection there.
yeah.
And
Some
you
people
find
are
them.
under the impression that Lyrans are cannibals, but the way they got that impression from is something like this. Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll find these in most parts of the terrains. You'll find them like they're very solitary as well. They're not to be left alone. But yeah, these are definitely the most toughest enemy in the game. But they are easy to avoid. They're not you have to go your way to find them.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
So if you keep out of their way, then they're fine. But if you want their armor, you want their shit, that's your
You
problem.
have to kill one of them. Yeah.
It's your choice because you can take their weapons as well and their bows and
Okay.
stuff like that. So yeah, you can take enemies' weapons in this, and you get the Lionel shield, Lionel bow, and all that. And it can shoot. The Lionel bow can also shoot free. I'll get into the weapons soon. I'm just finish with the enemy. So the next enemies are one of the game's selling points is the Guardians. These are a form of ancient Sheikah technology that got corrupted by the Calamity. And the one with the pink around, the ones on the outside seem to be the ones corrupted by Ganon's influence, that pink neon glow. And if they see Link, that'll light up. And they'll start attacking. And this one here is a broken one. It's like it's stationed where it is, like 100 years. So it's been there, rotting there for 100 years.
Oh,
and
okay.
these things, they see Link, it's pretty much like just kill, 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 kill. It's like they're very aggressive. But these ones are stationed, and you can shoot them in the eye.
That's pretty much like artificial intelligence, you know, where it's programmed to kill intruders. Essentially, a computer. Yeah.
Yeah. These ones though are not too bad. They're just annoying. They'll just if you're perfect, because what you can do in this game, you can parry attacks, and it doesn't damage your shield. If you're perfect at parrying their lightning, they shoot like these laser beams at you from their eyes. Mm-hmm. There's like a charge up to them. If you're great at parrying them, they're not too difficult. And then you got these fuckers. The stalker ones. These are the most aggressive and irritating enemies in the game. Like I said before, if you're not good at parrying or you're not leveled up, these guys are going to be an absolute hell because they'll constantly follow Link, and they're very fast. Even if you got a decent horse this game, because you can get different horse types in this game, they still constantly follow you. So the best way to avoid them is just either warp out there or just kill them. You can cut that if you got a strong enough fighter. When you get the Master Sword later on.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Master Sword, when it's near a sort of corruption, the calamity, the sword glows up. You know, like how like Bilbo's Sting sword with near like orcs
Yeah,
that glow up.
it glows. Yeah.
It react to
Yeah.
certain it react to a certain malice or an evil. So this corruption here is all gammon on it. But these things are fucking hell though. At first, they gave me so much
Well,
shit.
yeah. These things are like essentially some AI constructs I've seen with the long arms. They did this even in the new Spider-Man movie with Dr. Octo, where you see the longer arms as well, and it's essentially still he's bonded with artificial intelligence. So it's essentially the same premise. It's AI based.
Yeah, these were originally going to be used for a good purpose, but again, because Calamity Ganon's influenced, because they call him Calamity Ganon, he's like Ganon in this game is more just like an essence. He doesn't take a physical form. He hasn't got his physical. He's just more like the sort of prey, like Sauron. He's pretty much like that. There's the presence of him, the essence and the corruption. You'll see that later on, and yeah, he's pretty much corrupted these. So he's channeling through these beings pretty much. Well, sorry, these machines and some beings. And then you got the scout ones, which you find in the temples. Now these are influenced by the monks. They're just going by they're just going on protocol for Link to finish the task. Because the monks were originally set there for Link for the hero chosen by the goddesses to do these tasks. And these are just going on protocol. These ones, but they will attack you, and you do get. And they will sometimes they'll have weapons. They have like spears, shields, stuff like that. And you can when you defeat them, you can get the high tech weapons off them. They call the ancient tech.
They kind of look like the droids from Star Wars too, a little bit. Yeah.
The Astro droids.
Yeah.
The ones you're thinking of?
yeah. There's the droids from Star Wars, like R2D2 has the a little bit.
And you'll guess they'll sometimes have like swords, shields, and spears, and they have like battle axes, and they'll even shoot the lasers at you, but they're nowhere near as powerful or as annoying as the ones on the stalkers. There's tin spider bastards that'll constantly stalk you, and literally they'll see, and they have great. They'll spot you from a mile away. These fucking things they're horrible. They're pain in the arse. But like I said, once you develop the mastery of parrying their attacks, they're pretty much pissy easy to defeat. Yeah, it's a different rendition of it. Yeah,
these are just all renditions of robots and AIs and different.
This is another one you fight on the outside. It's never corrupt. The ones on the outside are all corrupted by the calamity of Ganon, influenced by him. Axe is the same. Spots Link, it pursues him.
Looks like a drone, essentially. It's essentially a drone. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's another individual enemy you'll fight later in the game called the Yaga clan. They're like the bastardized version of the Sheikah, who rebelled against because there was at one point in Hyrule history, the king of Hyrule considered the Sheikahs a threat because their technology was getting so advanced, and they had said either they discard the technology or they banished them. And just the ones who kept the technology were banished. The ones who wanted to live along with the Hyrules, the ones who were still loyal to the royal family, discarded the technology and lived a normal life. And and then some of them became loyal. Some of them devoted. Something's been taken out of my head here. I can't. These became more rebellious, and they decided to rebel against the royal family and the chosen hero Link in this. And they wear the black. They got red robes, and these Sheikahs have these ones wear they have black hair in this one because the Sheikahs in this game, for the most part they've always had sort of white. Well, from what you see in Impa, but the Sheikahs in this game have white hair. So in these they got black hair, and they got the inverted symbol, which is a symbol of the rebellion against the ideals of the Sheikah people. Yeah, because the Sheikah at one point were a very advanced civilization, but then they said the Hyrule got scared of their technology, for them overpowering it. They became too ambitious. Some of them
these guys went more tribal. Yeah, these guys went more tribal, and the other ones went more technological.
And they appear randomly at one point in the game. Earlier on in the game, you'll come across these travelers. That will be them trying to kill the hero because they took an oath to Calamity Ganon to stop the hero, the champion. He's amongst the So and there's a part in the game where these have some sort of rivalry with the Gerudo clan. You'll meet up later on. I'll get back to that later. So it's another form of this. This is more of a bigger form of it. So they're like sort of dark ninjas in a way. They have weird katanas I forgot the name of that weapon though. That one there. That's like a Middle East. I'm not sure if there's any Japanese culture that has that. But that's more like a.
Yeah, this would be more like Japanese type of fighters. That'd be more like originally it was a farming implement, and they turned it into an actual weapon. after a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
was
just thought
originally to cut crops and stuff like
I
that.
thought
Yeah.
I thought it's like a Turkish like looking weapon or something like that.
Turkish will have like this curved one as well. There's a
Yeah,
lot of cultures that have the curved weapons like that. There's one that goes up kind of like a question mark too. It comes
yeah,
up
that's
like this. So,
it's from
yeah.
all the ancient Turkish swords. So yeah, this is one of the Yaga clans, and they got an obsession for bananas as well.
There's
Yaga
also
and this.
African weapons that look like that other one too as well. Yeah, there's African also like native Maori weapons in Australia that look like that too. So yeah, yeah.
Wait, where's the other ones it's going? Because where's the big? Oh, here they are. The Henoxes you come across. This is another enemy you'll come across. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a point in the game where you have to sneak into their base, and the Yaga clan's base, to get they stole the heirloom from the sacred heirloom from the Garuda clan. You have to retrieve it back in order to complete against that. Yes, this is one of the enemies you'll come across. The Henox you'll find periodically in the fields of Hyrule, and essentially like a big version of the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
They got one eye Cyclops, and you shoot, and they're pretty cumbersome, slow, but you have to shoot their eye to stun them, then hit them in the legs. And they'll also carry like, if you can see it there, they carry like trinkets of like people who they've things they found or people they've killed. They'll have like weapons and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, and if you shoot it enough, if you damage it enough, it'll get to the point where you can't aim it. It will cover its eye up when you're aiming the bow at its eye. And there's different renditions of this one. You got there's another version of it.
Okay.
The black one, yeah, black one. There's different variants. The black one's the most strongest variant, but yeah, you can see that it's got trinkets as a necklace for people who it's killed, or it's just found random items it's collected and put it on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen corrupted versions of Cyclopses before where they almost look like they're made of stone and they're kind of a grayish color, and they have the one eye. Some have bigger ears. Some of them have like a elongated head that kind of goes back a little bit there. They have a bit of Anunnaki DNA and a bit of lizard and a bit of giant in there. So I've seen creatures like this before that are usually in the back mountain areas and stuff like that. Like usually down towards Peru, there's like these hybridized giants that are part Nordic, part reptilian, part God knows what they put in there. But yeah, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, this is like a Stolfos version of it.
And a lot of them are cannibals too. And then it's also in Greek mythology. They had a lot of them that were cannibalistic as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is like one of the Stolfos version of it, which you can shoot the eye, but then at one point the eye drops out and you start hitting the eye. And you can see it's got weapons in its head from who's previously slain it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because a zombified version of it. It's pretty creepy because it'll start throwing its ribs at you and all that. In a comical way, because the art style has gone for like a more, I don't want to say cartoony, more like this game takes like a massive inspiration. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a dead leg. Oh, sorry, get a dead leg.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen before.
Oh, sorry, people, had a dead leg. Yeah, so this is like, cause this thing will take like this game takes a lot of inspirations from like Studio Ghibli. Anyone knows about like Miyazaki's work, or Spirited Away, Nushka, Princess Mononoke, all that. This game takes huge inspirations from it. Massive. Yeah, so even like the music in itself, like even reminds me a lot of like Princess Mononoke. If anyone's seen that, I think if you're a big fan,
I haven't seen that yet. No.
If anyone's anime fan, if anyone is listening to anime fans, I'll definitely know. It's another creature you fight in the desert lands, Mongolia.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's also weird fish creatures that also live in the ethers that look kind of similar. There's like certain astral parasites that like there's millipede type ones, spider type ones, and then there's fish type ones that are more jinn-like that look like this. There's also sprite-like jinn-like fish beings as well. Some that look like also Hellboy as well. But this one here is they're kind of a more annoying one where they'll kind of come at you and kind of open their mouth and kind of grab at your head and everything, and they're really annoying. They're a type of parasite, essentially. Yeah.
I forgot to mention your Sheikah Slate can also manifest these bombs. These like electrical bombs you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can explode and they can manifest. It takes a time to recharge them, but these essentially like your bombs in the game. Well, you got bomb arrows as well. And yeah, so that's interesting. But you got the circle ones, and you got the squared ones later on. So they don't roll
Mhm.
down. You can get more precise action. So yeah, but and also you can throw these at certain enemies. Some of them will run away, then some of them will go and pick it up, and you can explode it in their face, which is quite funny.
Okay,
Um,
that's interesting. Yeah, there are antimatter grenades out there that kind of have a weird explosion, like that. A bigger one that has a big bluish like explosion too, but not quite that small. If you had an antimatter grenade that big, you the whole area would be a crater. So,
yeah, yeah. So forgot to mention that. Where was I? It's all right. Talking about the enemies. So some of these are just. So this is no going with Gollum. You fight in the mountains. Another rendition, another tyrant, another variant of Moldura. And these are the bosses you fight in the temple, and they're all renditions of this. Now, sadly, in this game, I thought the bosses were a bit of a lit down
mhm.
because it's not really much of a strategy. You're pretty much just hitting the eye, or that's kind of it. You just it just kind of feels like a more powered up enemy in the game. That I mean, they're fine, but
There wasn't much strategy behind it. Yeah.
no, there wasn't much like theme or charm to them, or to them. I mean, yeah, they have sort of like a theme, different renditions, and this is the one. You know, they're also the demise of the five champion, the other champions. I think worked with. I'll get to them in a minute. You'll find them in each. These to be you find them in each temple. The divine beasts that the Sheikahs developed. And again, like the former Calamity Ganon and stuff like that. And this is one of the main villains you come across in the Yaga clan. Like, and this is another monk you fight later on. This is in a DLC. But after you complete the game,
Mhm.
you can do these trials, and you'll come across this monk. And I haven't gotten to this part yet, but he's so I haven't got much to say on that at the moment. This is
Oh,
Ganon. This is like the last. This is like the final form of Ganon. Well, not the final form of Ganon, but this
or
is like
one
what
of
he
his
looks like.
forms. Yeah.
Yeah, one of his forms. You can see he sort of takes this sort of rendition of what Ganon would look like in this game, the red hair and all that.
Oh yeah, and
Uh,
also the spider AI
yeah,
construct type of deal. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Orion spider construct. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and this is Ganon's final form, the beast form. Which again,
Yeah.
I thought this boss fight was really disappointing. You know, you get this certain bow and you have to shoot certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
and you shoot this eye in his head, sort of thing. It's not. I didn't think it was more atmospheric than it was, challenging.
Yeah, it was more theater than actual
Yeah,
gameplay. Yeah,
more
yeah.
cosmetic. Yeah. So that's the enemies out of the way. So after you finish get to the Great Plateau, you're told to go to the Sheikah village, and this is what the Sheikah look like now. They have more like this Middle Eastern, like I've forgotten the reference to that. Not mid. Did I
Yeah,
say
they
Middle
look
Eastern?
like a yeah.
East Asian, like Japanese, and essentially like the ninjas, pretty much. They're also
Yeah,
like
essentially they look like an elf version of the Japanese people. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, a Tomban
Untumban Elven mix. Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're essentially like the guardians to the royal family, and I've spoken about that. They've dedicated an oath to them, protecting them throughout the centuries, and these were the responsible for the high tech at one point. And I believe this was like see, I don't the timeline in these games are very strange. I don't know how they work. See, they said it's like 10,000 years ago. This is when the technology was utilized and was fully functional. But then the king got very skeptical at one point, told him to cease cease it, yeah, the process, the production of it, or don't come here. and but in this game, they said they've resurrected a lot of the old technology. They found a lot of it, and they're sort of discovering it because you'll come across there's a research lab called Titano Tech Research Lab, where they'll give you abilities to upgrade your like Sheikah Slate. One of them will give you the ability to use the ancient weapons if you can, because every time you defeat a guardian, you'll get like ancient materials,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use them to get like the ancient tech. I'll show that later off in the game.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you go there, you see these people. It's like the village itself is like a Japanese sort of village. It's just, you got the wind chimes and all that going along, and
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
yeah. And you'll go out there. You have to talk to Impa, and she'll tell you about Impa. Yeah, Impa. Here we are. Is this
Yeah,
her?
this is interesting
No, that's not
because a lot of the Japanese, like the Untumbans, were guarding different. Back in the day in Japan, they were guarding different technologies, different weapons. They didn't want the Orions to get a hold of, and it fell into mythology. Certain swords and all that fell into their mythology.
Yeah.
Certain characters fell into their mythology. Yeah.
Hmm. So this is their this is what the Sheikah symbol looks like there on the in the Sheikah slate. So I believe this is a constellation they got going on here, the different planets around it.
Yeah, that would also, looking at that, it's it doesn't fit anything but maybe the Pleiades, but they're close to the Pleiades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, 7 sisters. Yeah, so it would fit the Pleiades quite well. But the Antumans come from, here is Orion. They come from the furthest area over here. But some have settled in the Pleiades as different clans too. There's a few clans there. So yeah, this would fit more the Pleiades or the 7 sisters. So yeah, that of that, the way they have that aligned, it's more Pleiadians actually. Yeah.
So after you speaking to Impa, she'll tell you about the whole story of Calamity Ganon, and this is like the tapestry script here. As you can see, Hyrule's at the top of the towers. These towers also were used to try and signal out any calamity, any of Ganon's influence. So, I don't know how they dealt with that. But they created these 4 divine beasts. These beasts here will act as like the temples in the game, and they were left in charge with they were given to like people with that who contain these elemental abilities. So, but they were left in charge of the 5 champions. The 4 champions. Well, Link's a champion, so it's the 5 champions, yeah, because he was a champion. He's classed a champion as well in the Knights. But you have Mador, I believe that's Mador. I think that's how you pronounce it. Rudar. Nebu, I think it's Naburus. No, that's Naburus there. No, like a camel-shaped one. Then the elephant one that's operated by one of the Zoras, Mifa. Oh, I've forgotten the name of it. But yeah, anyway, this is like they're saying that this is what they're saying their prophecy will happen. They said, they whether or not it was a false prophecy, because they said these guardians would help defend them against Calamity, but no, it didn't happen. It's actually this whole plan, their all plan failed pretty much, because Link wakes up without any of his weapons or anything. So he failed the mission, but he has to continue out Sorry, people, I'm stuttering. I didn't compose this very well.
Oh, that's fine. It sounds very similar. Some of those names sounded very similar to certain deities in history that had to do with contracts and prophecies and stuff like that. That image had a weird energy to it when you were showing that. It had this weird pulsating energy to it.
His Calamity, his Link in this, Link the Sword, is Zelda. Zelda's alive, but she's inside Calamity. She's trapped inside Calamity at this point. She got engulfed in the sort of the darkness for 100 years, pretty much. So it's been 100 years have passed since then, and Impa's old, shriveled, and she tries. And Link's got no memory, and she'll ask Link to find a location to resurrect one of his memory, and thus he'll get the hero's tunic, which we'll see in a minute. Champion's tunic, sorry. So here,
and also somebody being inside of another being. I've encountered that before, where somebody's soul is trapped inside of a Draco, or trapped inside of like the nanocore of a Draco or some other being, where it's wrapped around them like that. I've seen that quite often. Yeah.
Yeah. And here are the 5 champions, as Link, but you got the 4 champions that was in charge of the divine beasts. That's how they came to their demise. So you have Rivali of the Rito-tran, Nebrosa of the Gerudo-tran, you have Mifa, the Zora tribe, and you have Daruk of the Zoran tribe clan. And these were designated by the king to help protect Hyrule against calamity. Now they're all wearing that. Oh, let's get a better picture of them. Right, here's Link and his new girl, basically. Well, this is like the marking girl. You don't always have to wear that, but it's like basically his what's the word I'm looking for? Essentially, it's replaced, because you don't see the green tunic in this game is nowhere to be seen. Which I'm kind of happy it's not, because I didn't really care much for it. I think it's a bit of an outdated design.
Yeah,
anyway.
You got the blue one now.
Yeah, I actually do like this, but this blue tunic was in memorial to or dedication to the royal family, champions of the royal family, and they'll wear something similar. And they'll wear like something similar. The champions, they'll have like this blue tunic. They have this blue tunic, and this has a symbol of the Master Sword crest on it on the front. You can't really see it here, but yeah, I like this. I like this design, Link. Again, Link can pretty much wear anything in this game. You don't have to see. It's not like a default design you go to.
Yeah, but you can choose to have it. Yeah.
And here's Zelda. Because at first she was researching the Sheikah slate and their technology, but she couldn't find a way how to activate it, and it was due to the towers, and there's a certain point in time where they can only activate them. And here's a Rivali from the Rito. Now the Ritos in this game, they're more avian looking, way more bird-like. than in Wind Waker. Now, Wind Waker, there's two different timelines in Wind Waker, and the Zoras and the Rito do coexist in this timeline. So whether or not these are descendants of them, we're not sure. But this is Rivali, one of the more favorite characters. You notice he's got the same color as the scarf,
It's
symbolizing
kind of
his.
like it's kind of like, yeah, you said the Zoras were like the ancestors of these guys, so it's like
Yeah.
so one turning in from a lizard to a bird type of scenario.
Yeah, because they said in like I said in Wind Waker, I said it didn't make much sense. Why the hell would a fish race turn into a bird race from the seas when the world's been flooded in the seas? Wouldn't they thrive more? But apparently it was due to the goddesses flooded the world of unnatural water, and it did something to them. They couldn't live in it. That's why they turn into birds. They develop the wings and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, that makes no
Magic.
sense. Going like, I could see how that made sense.
But it's just good. It's because magic, you know. But yeah, and he's wearing. You can see that he's got the scarf. This symbolizes his devotion to the champ. He's been designated by the king. One of the champions. All the champions will have this sort of like scarf symbol going down them.
Mm-hmm.
The blue. Here as well, Daruk. He's got the scarf going down. Well, the sheep cleave, whatever. Yeah, the Gorons in this game haven't changed much. They're pretty much the same.
No, they look the same. Yeah.
But there's more you see more warrior ones in this game though. They'll wield like big giant clubber swords, and you will. And if after each time you free each after champion, because the champions themselves, the souls were trapped inside their machines. You have to free them in each of the divine beasts you fight.
Oh, okay, and souls being trapped inside them. Yeah, that's the same as Draco. Yeah,
and what you'll see like the slit eyes and the whole machines and everything. So yes, that's them pretty much. And you'll each get their weapon. And also they'll give you like a specific power up that they wield. These champions wield. Like Rivali's Gale gives you he gives you the most that's the most like useful one in the entire game because it gives you like an upgast of wind.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just fly up. So it saves you from climbing up tedious mountains and all that. But you can only use it 3 times, so it's not too broken, but it's pretty cool because you can paraglide to certain places. But it makes traveling and the traversing in the game much more easier. But what's interesting in this one? Sorry.
No, where you can climb, like you said, on the different rocks. Yeah.
Different rocks, but this so if it's raining or wet terrain, you can't climb up them. So if you had Rivali's Gale, it can give you an updraft, so you can just go on top. So that's really cool. Okay. And what's interesting, he's the only one out of the Rito tribe that can wield this ability to fly. Because the Ritos in this game, they can't take off power fly. They need like some sort of gliding.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just power fly off. He's the only one that can do this, and plus he's a master archer. But
that's interesting. They're essentially like some of the blue like avian type of beings I've run into, or different bird type beings I've run into, either the good ones or the bad ones, that were like the raw type. But some of them looked a little like this. Some of them had like the ibis head, like the Egyptian ibis head, and some of them were flat faced. But yeah, some of them did look like this, and there's other color like ones that look like this as well, alien wise.
Yeah. There's also different renditions of them as well in the game. You come across another one. I can't remember his name. He's called Duke or something. Oh, he plays like an accordion. Tells you songs about. He'll give you clues to unlocking certain shrines in certain areas, but he's got more of a parrot-like appearance. Whereas the Rito in this village, except from the chief, he's got more of an owl-like appearance to him. Most of the Ritos have more like a bird of prey appearance like this. But the chief of the Rito, which I'll show later on in the game, has more like like I say, he's more that sort of owl. Short beak appearance to him. So, and apparently they have very poor eyesight. The Ritos, they can't see very well. So they're not good flyers. So maybe it could also imply that they're not very well. They're still in this sort of evolution step, whatever.
They're kind of an in between evolution. Yeah.
He's the only one, and his character he's one of my favorite characters at the Champions. But he adds as like a sort of adversary to Link.
Okay.
We're trying to badger him, patronize because they doubt Link. At this point, they all doubt him because they feel like he's just a fluke how he came to be what he was.
Oh yeah.
Because in this game you don't see Link go through the trials and how he became the Master. It's just Link recovering his memories from all those years ago, what happened, and all that. So they just see him as a fluke. So yeah, and this is Mifa. And the Zoras in this game took a different design as well. They have more like I said before, them and the Zoras and the Ritos being related. Now the Zoras in this game have the slit eyes, and so does the Ritos. Whether or not they are connected in this game, I'm not sure. But they have more like a This is Mifa. She's one of the champions. She's the princess of the tribe. But sadly,
Mhm.
they all get killed. Now she'll give you something called Mifa's Grace. When you lose your heart to your life, she basically replenishes them all. Gives you
Mhm.
one chance, basically. But later, when you get to the point where you're all beefed up in the game, you don't really necessarily need it as much, and you know what you're doing. But yeah, and she's wielding like I forgot what it's called, the spiritual crime. This weapon. You also get the weapons as well later on.
Oh yeah, that's like a Myrmidon trident, like you see in the movie Aquaman. That's like a mix
Yeah,
between Myrmidon and mermaid, essentially, and also the abyssal fish people. So she's like a mix of all three of these, essentially.
they'll have different. They'll have different. The Zoras have like different shaped heads in this game. Though some of them will have more like manta looks to their heads. Hang on, let me see if I can get more pictures of them. Oh no, go away. Go away.
Oh yeah. That's an interesting rendition of that. Yeah, that looks like a mix of all three of those races.
The Zora. Oh, the Zonai. I'll talk about them later.
Or like some of them are mixes, so that would be some of the more classic mermaid types. Yeah.
It's a version of them. Come on. I might have to show them off later in the game. Yeah, but that's what one of them. That's what they look like. Some of them. They got more.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's
some
more
have
like some of the abyssal fish people. Yeah.
bit of an Indian, bit of a sort of an Indian.
It's like
vibe,
an
some of them.
African look to it too, and
Yeah,
that
African
one
and
is more of like an African look, like the Dogon tribe
yeah.
created some of their masks and helmets and everything and outfits based on that. And that's where they got the neck piece from.
This
Is
is
like some of the fish
this is
people as well.
and this is Prince. This is Prince Sidon, the younger sibling of Mifa. You'll meet later on in the game. Now he's got kind of he reminds me of he's got kind of an Indian vibe. I get very like an Indian vibe. Like
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like a
uh
Native American vibe. Yeah, a little bit.
no, I mean like no, an Indian Middle East.
Oh, Millie. Yeah, it looks like a
Yeah,
mix to me actually from this end. Yeah, it
like,
looks like a.
like sort of Clive of India sort of thing to him.
Yeah, he does. It is. Yeah.
And it's interesting because one of her the divine beast that she wields, Mifa, in this is a giant elephant. And you got the whole the Shiva god sort of thing in the Indian, the Sikh and Hindu mythology. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's
so
what that looks like. Yeah. The like some of the Mer type people. Also, there's Mer type people around Japan that have kind of like that appearance as well. Hmm.
Yeah, but he helps you along the game. He helps you along. Some of the other descendants as well will help you. Get to certain terms, get to these certain divine beasts because of the corruption on them. These divine beasts have become extremely wild and aggressive. They pretty much turned on everyone. They become corrupted by Ganon. So this next one you come across is the Bosa from the Garudi tribe.
Okay.
And yeah, so not much different from there, except from I think it's a much more Middle Eastern influence, Turkish, Egyptian. It's more Egyptian vibes in them this time than what there was previously because it was yeah.
It was more southwestern before. This has more of an Egyptian princess type of vibe. Yeah.
And they
Uh,
yeah.
like a goddess type of vibe. Yeah. This
Yes.
like a warrior goddess type of vibe.
Yeah, she can she has like the ability to when you free her, she'll give you the ability to create like an electric field around you briefly when you're charging it up. It's pretty useful, but it's a bit broken. Daruk will give you like this form of protection, but you can only take 3 hits from it. You're impervious to any attacks, but you can only take 3 hits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his younger descendant, Yambu, you see later on, can wield the ability as well to do it. Daruk's protection. You'll see like this sort of orange shield bubble you can put around him.
Mm-hmm.
So, they
have there are some protective things, magics that are possible, with like certain crystals and certain stones. You can make protective bubbles like what I do with my orgone pieces, or you can do like an energetic like shield essentially that is possible with both magic and technology. So,
yeah. And I found out in Twilight Princess the reason why we didn't see the Gerudo is because they were run off into a different part of the desert at that point from a different timeline, different game. That's it. Like that's tied. What was it called? Oracle. It was a handheld game that ties into it, but they went to a different part of the desert. But in this game, they're not. They've made an alliance again with the royalty of Hyrule. They're not thieves anymore. Well, Gerudo means pirate in I believe in a certain language. It
means pirate. Okay.
Yeah, it means pirate.
Okay.
But these aren't pirates. These are just more like a sort of civilization of warriors. And they're an all matriarchal culture. They don't allow men into they don't allow men into their city, their town. So when you go to their part, when you do that quest, you have to dress up as you have to find like certain garments that makes you disguise you as a woman.
No, okay.
Like, later on
To be able to get into their city, yeah.
Yeah. So there's also a bit of a Ottoman Turkish rendition to her as well. More Egyptian. It's a mixture of culture in Zelda.
Yeah, it's like Middle Eastern, Egyptian, and Southwestern essentially is what they're kind of going with, and Elven, of course, Elven with the ears, but yeah, and Elemental essentially.
So these are the divine beasts you'll come across. This is the one that Rivali. I know they're not in chronological order, but this is the one Rivali is in task to keep. This one Rivali was in charge of, and sadly, all the Guardians got lost, and then the souls are trapped inside these machines, controlled by Ganon now.
Mm.
And you'll see like they've got the red influence around them.
Oh yeah, those machines look like say also the avian type of species, also the cross type formation, the Christian cross or the Templar cross, which is associated with Nazis, also goes back to Orion, associated with soul traffic. So it's essentially, you got the corrupted Ra, and then you have the cross, Templar cross, and Bird. All of that, it's associated with essentially a lot of soul traps and artificial intelligence. So that's interesting.
This is they're all called Var. Var Mundur. Var Meadow. Var Naboris. This is the one. This is the one you free Nabos when Nabos is trapped in. And so, if you remember, like Majora's Mask, there is I forgot to say, I can't get that other image up. For some reason, I can't get that other image up. Oh, I forgot. So yeah, like Majora's Mask, you don't necessarily have to do these temples, but they will help in the final boss. There's like four of them. You can say they're like the four giants in Majora's Mask. But where they were essential for stopping the town from getting squashed, pretty much for the moon. They just pretty much create like this huge laser beam that cripples Ganon for a bit. It heavily depletes his life bar at the end.
Okay.
So you don't always don't have to free them, but it does help.
Yeah, you don't have to do it, but it helps you. Yeah.
Like I said, Majora's Mask, they're essential for stopping the town from getting splat, pretty much. So yeah, Naboris and her descendant, Naboris' descendant is like I forgot her name. She'll also help out. She's a young child, but she'll also help. She'll help you. Yeah, like I said, descendants will help you out get to these divine beasts. So yeah, and this is Var Rundunia. That's the one in the mountains. It's the one I'm going to show off in the gameplay. This is like this giant gecko mechanoid that got corrupted with the Clanic Ganon. It's created a lot of havoc for the Gorons. The mining situation it's also the cause for the increase in temperature over there. Because in this game, you have to wear a specific in certain environments in this game, you have to have specific clothing as well as the temperature. So in these cold climates, you'll need warm clothing. In the hot these climates, you need the protective resistance against heat. And the desert ones, you'll need ones for resilience against the humidity down there. Because in the desert there is sort of realistic terrains in this. Because Link will sort of you know what I mean. Something's trying to make me start like an idiot here.
No, you're fine. Yeah, it's just fine. Yeah, that's very interesting. They had this very large being like this, where it's almost like a big conglomerated land corruption or curse. Essentially, is how that's embodied. Is how that kind of has that feel to me.
Yeah, so essentially, like while I was talking about the different suits and armors, you need them for different terrains. Basically, that's
also wearing different clothes in different areas. Of course, that's just more realistic. Where you would just need different suits for that. Yeah,
realistic, but keeping it fun as well.
Yeah.
So this is
saying something is magical or environment specific. That's essentially correct. It's like also a higher form of technology, essentially seen as magic. Also, like if we were to go back in time, like with our phone or with certain clothes or something like that, that could protect against certain environments, that would be seen as like a magical item too.
I'm trying to get the other image.
Oh, you're fine.
Why is it doing this? Right, is there a way I can just... Here we are. Route 5, Ruta. This is the elephant. It's the first one you encounter. Well, there's no real chronological order you can go into, but this is the more easier one. It's the first one because it's got more lower ranking enemies to it. But This is the one that's controlled by was controlled by Mifa, but got corrupted by Calamity Ganon. A spirit's trapped in there, and this thing can spray. This thing is able to spray out masses of water, and it's causing a potential flood in the Zora domain, and it will flood hard. And if they warn Link that the dams are going to be overflooded at one point, and their city will be destroyed by the impact of these floods. The king will tell it. The king says. And when you go to those places, you'll see like it's can constantly rain. You can't climb up on any terrains at first because it's all wet and moist. You're following exactly looking near a linear path, and and also if there's lightning storms as well, and you're wearing any because there is a meter at the bottom that does tell you what the weather conditions are, and if there's any lightning storms coming, you have to take away any metallic weapons at all.
Oh yeah, where it'll fall off of them. Yeah, because the electrical enemies and the electrical storms will
also it'll hit you as well. So if you got like a electrical, a metallic shield or sword, it'll struck you really hard. So yeah.
Yeah, so you want some kind of protection against that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's interesting about Midoriya. Also, when you get into the divine beasts, again, you'll activate these shrines, and it'll give you more control over these beasts. And you can just sort of control the water where the water's going to flow on this thing, or
that's interesting. Yeah.
Rumdar, you can control the altitude or the angle where the bird's going to fly, or the in the position it's in. So that's interesting. So
yeah, like I said, that's like weather control or like environmental control, where you can have pre-programmed what's called pre-programmed biomatter, where you can actually control dirt and control rock and control water and wind and air and all this other stuff. I came across some dirt from this holy church called, I believe it's Chamayo in New Mexico, and they believe this dirt is healing dirt. What I found out it is where AI was actually controlling. It was like this eyeball-looking thing that was underground that was controlling the dirt to replenish in this hole, because people thought it was a miracle that the dirt was replenishing. All it was doing was either moving the dirt, from somewhere using like a piece of technology to replenish or move it, or it would just rematerialize it and make it look like a miracle to get people hooked to that religious ideology. And it was an Orion-based piece of technology, but it was I looked at the dirt, and the clay actually had almost like a nano base to it as well. So that's actually very similar to what you were talking about there.
Yeah. So these are the great fairies you cover in the game, and also they'll be in these huge pods. You see them, and they'll ask for a certain amount of rupees to give them, so they're able to gain their power and resurrect and enhance you. These will enhance your clothing, and yeah, they all look like this. If you like very Studio Ghibli looking, yeah, if you know what Miyazaki is and all that, yeah, you.
They look kind of like an Amazon mix with a fairy. Yeah, it's like I've not seen any that are that large before, but yeah, that's very interesting. They have ones that big. I've not seen gigantic ones before like that though.
Yeah, they're quite creepy looking.
Yeah, they are creepy. They are pretty creepy actually.
Creepy looking, and they're quite flirtatious and.
Like a real fairy would be. The real fairies.
Yeah, and they tend to sort of when you get to a certain point in the upgrade, they tend. There's a certain how they upgrade the armor and all that's a bit weird. They tend to sort of have this more molestering nature to Link in a weird way. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know. But yeah, you got different types, and each fairy you free in each area, you can upgrade your armor more. And also, like I said, the champion's tunic that's the highest armor of all of them. Again, you don't have to wear that. It's not this default.
You can choose to do it. Yeah,
you can just choose it. So yeah, there's all ones different terrain. So yeah, that's interesting. I thought and you have to give them. I think each of them want different quantities of rupees. There's even a horse one as well, if I'm correct, to upgrade your horse.
Oh, one of those fairies. Yeah.
Okay. And where is it? What is it called? It might be on here somewhere. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, but even though the horses in this game I rarely ever use, because I think they're really they're just pointless in this game. I don't see much purpose to them, but yeah, so that's interesting. It's also another elemental as well in the game. They're called the dragons. They're called all dragons obviously, but I forgot the names. Now these are dragons you can use to upgrade your they're for the most part they're like spirit guardians.
Mm-hmm.
You encounter for each turn. There's there's Dinvril, Dinril,
Didn't
the fire
roll.
one, Dinril, and I believe these are like incantations of the spirit stones that you encounter. You got Dinril, you got was it? I think one's called Varosh or Neruf.
Look, it's like Nadra. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
That's interesting. Where some dragon entities can actually live inside of stones, kind of like a djinn in their
nice.
lamp sort of thing, or genie in their lamp sort of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
No, I
That
believe there's some interesting trivia. Not, I don't know if it's canon, but I remember, if you remember me talking Ocarina of Time, the Dragon of Death you fight.
yeah.
What's his name? Vagora or whatever. He was meant to be like a spirit guardian that got corrupted,
Mm-hmm.
and he reminds me a lot of these. Now, for the most part, these are harmless. They won't actually attack Link, but they will. But when they do approach Link, they will drop elements themselves, like ice, fire, electric, and it will harm him. But they're mostly used for like farming tools. So if you shoot them in the horn, you shoot the horns, you get the part of the
Mm-hmm.
horn. Shoot them in the scales, you should get the scales, teeth and claws. For the most part, it's just the horns and the scales. Now, some of these shrines you come across will request you offer a part of one of the dragon scales,
Oh, okay.
because the dragon scales are magical. Like in Wind Waker, the Rito in that game would I think they would offer a feather to the dragon, but he would give them a scale that give their wings to fly in this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some sort of like symbiotic trade there going on with the dragon scales. There's one you'll come across later on in the game that's been heavily corrupted by the Calamity heroes. And you'll see all the influence, like the eyes around it and all that, the serpent eyes. Even the dragons in this game don't have that serpent look to them.
Oh yeah. Certain dragons in reality, if they become corrupted, since they have an energetic base to them as well, will start to look like that after a while. They'll look more parasitical, like that.
But this one you can free though. It turns more into that. There's the fire. There's Dinril. I believe that's in reference to the goddess of Din. There's Dinril. What's the electric one called? Farosh. Yeah. So Farosh, Dinril, and Nora. I can't remember its name. Yeah, so you got electric, ice, and fire. Essentially, I believe they are the connotations. Well, I don't know. Well, no, they're not the connotations because then electric wasn't in the spiritual stone, so it might be just a couple of subtle hints and nods at the previous elementals in the game.
Okay.
Spiritual stones, because they are like spirit guardians. And like I said before, that whole throwback to Ocarina of Time, the Dragon of Death beat once at one point the spirit of the mountain, but then got corrupted by Ganon.
Yeah, that's essentially land corruption or a curse. Yeah.
And the Gore and the only way they destroyed it was the Megaton Hammer by the champion hero Goron of its time, which they were in a sense. So yeah, let me get to the Zora village. So get to the Zora village.
Yeah, with the land corruptions, I see curses that some native peoples have put on land that take on some weird corrupted form. That's also like in the movie The Shining, where the whole land was corrupted around the hotel and all this other stuff, and trapped a bunch of ghosts and demons and such there. So yeah, it's that can happen very easily, especially on battlefields. Also, if people lay curses down, if there's a lot of negative crap that's happened in a household or something like that, murder, sickness, any of those things can create that. And also the creation of ghosts, which I always say, if it's a lie told behind a history that causes a haunting, or like an unmourned ghost, like there's some kind of brutality or injustice, somebody holds on to them, or something is unnamed. Like if there's a name that's been forgotten or lost, or history has been forgotten or lost, it can cause this too until the history is recovered, or the memory of the land essentially is recovered or audited. From what I've seen, yeah. So that can attract ghouls, demons, all of that. Yeah.
So here's Zora's domain. Because at first you can't climb up any terrains because of the water effect, the downfall.
Mm-hmm.
They call it the great downfall, the flood caused by the corrupted guardian, which is the divine beast created by the Sheikahs. So yeah, this is what the structure of it looks like. I believe there's 4 paths you can enter into it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, concentric circle. That's like how Atlantis was, and that's like the water one. Yeah. It's similar. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's a monument to Mifa.
Okay.
And again, Link will have like these sort of flashbacks at some point. You remember he'll remember because he's completely forgot his memory when he wakes up. He doesn't remember anything.
Oh, because it's been all the time that's passed. He's been in
Yeah.
stasis that long. Yeah.
Yeah, but before you did go to Zora's domain or start the main sort of campaign, Atano. Actually, no, I'm going to talk about the Korok. Actually, the Korok beings. Now, these little beings you'll come across throughout the land of Hyrule, but sometimes you'll have to activate puzzles. Now, they maintain their form from Wind Waker in this game, and if you solve a little puzzle, they'll give you like something called the Korok seed, and then you can give it to I forgot his name, Shurka, and he will if you've got enough, he will expand your inventory for like your bow and your shield stash or your set weapon sword stash. And yeah, so that's like sort of again the symbiotic relationship with them. And it's interesting. Only Link can see him.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, got open the door. Hold on. Sorry. Back a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, only Link and this other farmer can see this character here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you depending on how, and each time you upgrade your inventory, he'll ask for more.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting that only he can see him because there's certain wavelengths that only certain people in bloodlines can see into as well sometimes.
Hetsu is his name. And it has like you have to like retrieve his like maracas that look for the some of them are goblin style.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll do like some little dance ritual with the maracas and it will expand your inventory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that also kind of makes sense because doing certain tones and certain rituals can also expand your ability to decode and see things. So that's kind of loosely based on that as well.
Here's the Korok. Now they are descendants of the Kuroki. And the Kuroki in Ocarina of Time to the forms of children, I believe it's due to so Link wouldn't feel less unease by the appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in this form, this is their original form though. They've got leaves and they're little face shapes.
Kind of like an acorn or a leaf. Yeah. There are elementals that look like that look like leaves and seeds and tree like vines and gnarled branches and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you these Korok seeds.
Okay.
There's about 150 of them in the game, I believe.
Okay.
I believe, could be correct, could be wrong. Yeah, but you'll find them on like certain puzzles, or if you lift a random rock up, they'll appear, sort of thing.
Okay, are they like currency, or are they what are they?
The currency for expanding your stash. Like I said, you give these Korok seeds to Hutsu, and he'll expand it.
Okay.
And then you do that Baraka dance, and he'll expand your inventory. But each time you expand it, he'll ask for more.
Okay, I'll ask for a little bit more of them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you more in the gameplay. So yeah, we can get into the gameplay if you want. You can also do quick base as well.
Yeah.
Do quick base as well.
Okay. When you did that to that creature, I heard Isaac say, "Ass pounder." So okay.
Okay. Stand still. These are the more stronger varieties. You got different variety of weapons here. Look, it's. There's Yambu there. Now he's using that Garuk's protection because he's a descendant of Garuk.
Okay.
You have to utilize
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
These are monster parts. Now these parts here you can you can make some elixirs with them.
Mm-hmm.
You can combine with a lot of monster parts, and you can create like fire elixirs, heat resistance, electric resistance, stuff like that. Now these are yours minerals you'll come across in the land. You can find tons of these in like Death Mountain.
Okay.
And yeah, the rarest is the diamonds, ruby, sapphire, ruby, and so on and so on. You got amber, opal, and they've also been used to make like the champions weapons. These ones, rare ones, and also you can use these to make dye certain. You can make them to dye certain clothing as well. And in this section here, you got all like your foods. You can create meals because yeah, you don't get hearts in this game anymore. That's the thing of the past. So yeah, you got different meals and combining different like actually, I'm like that now.
Yeah, what's interesting is with the different stones, from what
Yeah.
I just heard was like with the different stones and everything, it's teaching people basic alchemy of like what to combine to make certain things like I do with my orgone pieces. Essentially alchemy.
These are like from different materials like animal parts or animals you've
Teaching people how to
collected
make certain things. Yeah.
Yeah. And they give you different, depending on the animal, you get different abilities from them. So yeah,
I think also it's trying to teach people certain things just in case something would happen where they would need to do that.
yeah.
And that's what I saw that in a lot of video games where they're trying to teach people basic like hunting or basic alchemy or basic cooking things of that nature. So yeah.
And there's my shields. You know, it's Hylian Knight shield. Well, it's a Knight shield.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Hylian tunic. So this is a tunic that Link. Well, it showed off a lot premiered a lot in the game. It's the strongest armor out of all of them, and it's like it's got on the crest. Hang on, if I get a close up of Link here. No, I can't. Pretty sure I could at one point. Nope. No, I can't. You see there, he's got the crest. You see at the front, he's got the crest of the Master Sword.
Yeah, yeah.
He's earned it. So that's a symbol he's earned it. And he also found that Link's a part of the Royal Knights lineage. They're all kin in like the spirit of the Hero of Time. The Knights. And the Knights are only referenced in this game. You're not really referenced in the other games. You only see soldiers. Yeah, but these Knights are like a holy order, which Link is a part of that lineage, and they're all part of this. They're all like
that's kind of like a mix between like the White Knights and Templar and any of those type of orders. Yeah, yeah, and also like some of the groups that were on Atlantis were like that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, heat resistance, fireproof. Yeah, that's one of the shields. That's one of the shields you get in the Zora's domain. You get the Zora's armor in this as well, and it's interesting. Zora maids. It's a custom for Zora maids to design their the garments for men of an ancient battle depicted with the king and the Zelda race generals. It was a story where the Levasos nearly overrun the Zora. Well, this king that wasn't very well adapted to war, and one of his wife, the queen, gave him her fin, this white lucky fin for good luck. As a charm, and he was able, by coincidence, he was able to. The reflection of that white fin blinded the general from making the final strike on the King Zora.
Okay.
And in that, so in memory of that, maidens accustomed to I think it's princess maidens only. I'm not sure to make their armor for men because Link and Mipha had a relationship. They had a strong bond to each other, so she made this armor specifically to him, and that's the proof he needed to persuade one of the Zoras to give him like directions to give him permission to do something. He was like this ambassador, but he was very prejudiced towards Highlands after the Great Calamity and all that. That was proof enough to get his trust back.
Essentially, that prejudice is the same as with Atlantis. Certain beings don't like certain groups out because of the destruction of Atlantis or allowing the Orions to destroy Atlantis. So that's very, very similar. You might want to take it off screen share and put it back because it blurred again. So you might want to do that real quick. All right, let's see. And then let it blur and then put it back, and that usually fixes it. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, this is the Ganon. This is the Phantom Ganon armor.
Okay.
It's a bit weird. Link saying that's the armor he wears in Ocarina of Time, and it's one of the bosses you fight in Ocarina of Time as well. It's a bit weird seeing Link wearing it, but
It is weird, but yeah, that's very interesting. That even looks like some of these weird creatures I've seen here that look like bats and everything. It's very interesting. The helmet's interesting. Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
yeah, they use it cannon to like fend off that divine beast, but sadly he's
Mhm.
got the patriarch's got a bad back.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, blah blah.
Oh.
Oh wait. I don't know how that's going to really stop that giant lizard from coming down, but
Huh?
they said they put that bridge up to stop the beast from coming down, but I don't know how it's going to really stop it because it's fire, it's lava resistant anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they use him as like the as a ball to fend it off. I didn't mistake that.
It's doing the pixelation thing again. You might want to do the screen share on and off. I'll just tell you when it does it. That's a little annoying, but yeah, it'll. It seems to have to do with the screen share specifically. So.
Hang on, let's see. Let me try this. You see it?
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of one of those Dodongos, isn't that? Remember them?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of a little bit. Sound like drones.
Yeah, those are essentially drones. Yeah.
They say if they spot you, it'll shoot down a load of fireballs at you.
It's essentially like some of the military scanning drones. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll whistle to you. Come on.
Huh?
Yeah, you'll have to do the on-off screen share again. It keeps pixelating.
Oh man.
I can't get it. Yeah, it's being a pain, but sorry, folks, it's being a pain in the ass. So it just keeps it's fine at first, and then it kind of fades into a pixelation. So
We'll try something advanced
okay.
video.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. But,
Let me try. Let me try this. Actually, do you know what? No, sod this. Just might be something to do with the Well, you did it.
Okay, there we go. They're working.
Now you could use these arrows here. You can these pretty much are very effective for the Guardians. They're pretty much a one-hit kill them. but they're very rare. So, well,
Oh,
Guardian
yeah,
Heart-
so you can't use them very often, yeah.
Come on, these rocks roll. Ooh. The gold. Right. It's time to rock and roll. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Coming.
No. Off. You can also use your stasis here, like,
Mm-hmm.
to hit objects to create when you freeze them in time and you start hitting the weapon, you can use its own gravity pull against it.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
Well, that does damage the weapon doing it, so it's not always recommended. Yeah, you have to be very conservative with your weapons in this game, so they don't always last. In fact, is there a hammer there? Is there a hammer around here somewhere? What are you doing? Get back in there.
Yippity-yoop. Ha-ha.
Guess I'm up there. Magnesis.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we can just lift that up. Alright. We can just kind of whip that thing around and,
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, come on. Oh,
there you go.
go on. Maybe not.
Wait up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Good. Right, let's try that again.
Yeah, there are certain like weapons and tools like in the SSP that they were able to move things that were very, very heavy that seemed very, very light afterwards. And they could do that in ancient times with magnetic type beam, stuff like that, and magnetic sound weaponry. That's how some of the pyramids were built. That's how certain large basalt formations were turned into fortresses. There's a city that the name escapes me at the moment, but that was part of ancient Lemuria that was made of heavy basalt, magnetically charged basalt rods.
Son of a... No! Come on. Ah. One more time. Getting back to that city, what you said earlier, what you said earlier about that city in Lemuria, didn't they use like their own telepathic abilities though? They didn't use technology as much.
Oh yeah, they used technology as well with in ancient Lemurian telepathic, telekinetic. Yeah, Atlantis too. It was about crystal power, energy, all that. Yeah.
When we get to a tower later on, I'll show you. There is a giant crystal at each of these towers.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Right. Come on. Should go serve the boss. Stubby little legs, hurry up.
Yeah, he's like baby legs, yeah.
Yeah, Gorons don't really have big legs. Because... Oh no! Actually, I have an idea. This is how you supposed. Oh god!
Maybe you gotta sneak past it or something, you know.
You have to drop bombs on him because that is going to be hell to try and guide him through it. What you can do is that you can drop bombs. I don't know if I can get it.
Oh god.
You can drop bombs on them. I just got to try and get a good angle. Got hit by repellers. Oh come on!
Make you want to vomit looking down at that. Yeah, the.
Oh, do not screw up using the arrows. Oh! I've never had this much trouble before that. I should have gone on arrow there.
There you go. Oh, I thought you died there for a minute.
No, just broke my legs.
Oh.
I'll be fine. Oh no, wasn't the updraft. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, now your femurs have been jammed up into your skull, yeah.
Yep.
I've never had this much trouble with the Guardians before.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that does dick.
Yep.
There we go. I would give yourself health because you're about to die there. And there you go.
No, I'm alright.
It was my pleasure.
Mipha's grace saved me.
Oh, okay.
It's my pleasure. Oh,
At least they made that handy little ability where you can climb.
yeah, it's spider link, pretty much.
Wish they'd add that into like the Elder Scrolls where you could like scale cliffs and everything.
Aha. Yeah, I haven't played this section in quite a while, so I can't remember a lot of it. I'm here, damn you. Well, we have discussed about the Goron's culture in the previous episode that I think Chris is going to upload to.
Yeah,
So-
I'll put this up. People will have seen it by the time they see this one. Yeah, that'll be the next one.
Get up! Oh. Actually,
Jesus.
If you time that just right, you can get that. Ah. Jesus. How many fat bastard go up here? Last one.
Alright.
No, go in.
That was so cool! You really put a licking on that thing, Link. It's time to finish the job. This is our big chance.
By the way, I've already got cleared out one of the divine beasts from the Zora's domain, so that's why I've got Beaver's Grace because
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from. They each of them give like a sort of unique ability to you, and this one you get after you free Daruk, he gives you Daruk's protection. You know what you see Yumbu sort of utilizing that orange shield, similar to that.
Okay.
You can only get hit 3 times with it. Being purpose to any attack.
You might want to do the screen share on and off again. It did severe pixelation this time. It was a little bit before, but now it screwed it up a little more. So probably the cinema did that. Okay.
One of the pedestals.
Yeah, but
Hey, little guy. Long time no see. I always knew you'd come back. You know, I never stopped believing in you. You're here to take control of old Redania. You're gonna need a map that shows the guts of this place.
That's the calamity there. See the eyes. The little serpent eyes, yeah. Like controlled by the Draco, pretty much. Even got the jaws as well.
yeah, they do look like it. Yeah.
You can grab the info from the guidance stone over there. Now get a move on.
Oh, bugger. Yep. It's the corrupt influence from the calamity. Now you have to shoot these red eyes. You have to shoot these eyes to get rid of it. Get rid of it. Chest. Phone club. Well, seeing I don't have a torch, you can use a torch, but only wooden items can catch a light. So
Oh, okay.
this blue flame's it's essentially like a power source. You need to activate the labs later on in the game, so you can power up the.
Oh yeah, well, you can open the doors. Yeah. There you go.
Torch. Inventory's full though. Right, what do I want? Oh, good weapons though. I'll stick with this. Where's one of the Guardians? And you notice once you approach the Malice, it plays the Ganon's theme. That dun dun dun.
Oh, it plays his music. Yeah.
Yeah. Quite creepy.
But it's dark as hell in here. All right.
Got to open the roof of it. Oh, I'm trying to remember where I got to go now. It's 'cause I'm... Where's the pedestal? Oh, you bastard. Right, I can't see Dick, so there's a light.
Yeah, it's very dark in there. Yeah. It's too bad they didn't have other torch basins you could light.
I'm just trying to find the other one. Here we are. Once I act one of the terminals, I can get control of it. Ah, here we are. There's one of the crystals you see. That writing's Sheikah writing, and I think it's translated. Someone said it's translated means wisdom, knowledge, seekers.
Oh, okay. Oh, the language that you see on there, that computer language. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Get to control the rotation of it now.
That's interesting. You put your phone in there and you can access the whole thing. Yeah. No.
The terminals that control Rudania are noted by the glowing points on your map. To take back Rudania, you'll need to... You got this, little guy.
Yay, light. Now, what I can do is I can... First things first, and get rid of you. No. You got to put one of those. You have to put one of those balls in there. So, nope.
Oh, yeah, it shifts on you like that. Yeah. Jesus.
There are 4 terminals.
Alright, stick it down here. No, I don't think there's much down there. Turn to normal. The iconic sound.
Yeah, the iconic sound.
Just hope Nintendo doesn't flag us for that. Or for any of those.
No, they won't. They won't flag us.
There are 3 terminals remaining.
So where is that? Ancient gears.
But there are also advanced weapons though that are like they could be like arrows that some of the more advanced galactic elementals use like that are essentially like would be like elemental magic. Would seem like elemental magic, but they are essentially emitting that particular element like ice, fire, electricity.
Cool.
Yeah, and also some of the
Just a little.
the centaurs that were earlier on had certain bows that like had the certain elementals have as well that emit different elements that can freeze you in place, can alter time around you, things of that nature, and force shields around you to slow you down.
Very much. Just...
I just got to thinking of that one because some elemental races have things like that.
Oh no. Oh, hear the calamity. Don't burn out weapon, don't burn out.
There we go. Yeah. Oops.
Ah,
Oh man, I thought you were dead there for a minute.
I just had the control of a giant mechanical machine, so I should be fine. Still fine. Alright, where am I going?
It's an interesting map where it's all like this 3D
Mm,
face like that, you know.
it's quite interesting. Right. Oh, there is. Go in the hole.
They had that one hidden.
Hmm.
Just one terminal remaining.
Yeah, the first time playing this, it took me forever to find these terminals. I mean, I do miss this themed dungeons, but these are fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the sequel, apparently in the sequel they are bringing back the themed dungeons, which is really cool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Right. Wait, where is it? I'm just below it. I think it's on the other side of this.
Oh God.
No. Ah.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
I think that's it down there. Yeah.
I'm on top of it, so that's the thing you got to activate at the end. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Where's that eye? There you are. I know Wanty. If you touch that, it does hurt. It does kill you. It does.
Oh, okay.
Nice. That was the last turn. There should be a new glowing mark on your... Stay focused, little guy.
And see, this is teaching people all sorts of puzzles like this too, where like how to think dimensionally. We were just, or how to think, you know, in expanded ways. We were just talking about this on Interstellar Council yesterday as well, where certain things will begin to expand your mind, expand the rate you decode things, and even little things like this will begin to expand the way you perceive and perceive the world around you. So that's why they added that in there. Even little puzzles like that will do that.
Increase attack.
And things can regress it too and block the decoding as well.
It's interesting.
Watch yourself now. That ugly pain in the crag is Dan's handiwork. Thing got the best of me 100 years ago. Good luck, little guy. Go get him! Watch out! Sword!
Oh, bugger. Son of a bitch.
Lay it on, little guy.
No! Oh,
God. There we go.
oh you.
And also, this monster is like basically a type of poltergeist too. He said it was Ganon's handiwork, where you can piece together a poltergeist from a bunch of different energies parts, kind of like a Frankenstein monster, in a way. You can. That's actually something a group can do. Essentially, that's where the rock golem came from. In that sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Conjuring.
Well, it's not too hard once you beef yourself up. He's what a world, I'm melting.
Yeah.
Give me my heart vessel. Heart vessel.
There we go. Those always seem to be the prizes in all the games. Yeah.
Very much.
Hmm.
I feel shit. Right. Dress as Ganon. Why not? No.
Great work, little guy. I owe you big for this. Because of you, my spirit is finally free. Can't thank you enough. I feel like I should apologize. I was doing all I could to protect Hyrule when that thing got the best of me. Sorry that me resting with the rubble caused such a mess. The good news is, Rudania is now back under our control. That means that our century-old Ganon beatdown plan can finally go into effect. I'm gonna take this down the mountain. I'll have a better shot at Ganon there. And then, once you've made your way into Hyrule Castle, we're gonna light that thing up.
Daruk, my face is on fire.
It's a special power of mine called Daruk's Protection. It's no good to me now that I'm a spirit, but it might be useful for you. Here it comes! Ah!
Okay.
From this moment forth, the power of protection from the depths of my soul now lives inside you. Good luck, little guy. And give my regards to the princess.
The entire time Link was being scalded alive.
Uh-huh.
My face.
Essentially, yeah, that AI had corrupted like Orion like coding, and now it's back to its base codes and everything. Yeah, essentially what it is.
Well, that ought to do it. We're set here. Now we just gotta wait for the perfect shot. Once Link is in the castle, Utania will unleash an epic blast. Ganon won't know what hit him. Hyrule looks pretty good from up here.
Yeah, the entire cast of Hyrule has been engulfed in the calamity.
The old
Okay.
Yeah, you can't go. You can go near it, but it's just completely corrupted. It's like if you're at a low state, you're gonna get destroyed.
Oh, so it's best to work your way up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can go there. I mean, you've got free range in this game, but
Hey, look at that.
anime cliche.
Still going strong indeed. Ha! Huh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Is Yambu wearing like the champion's sheath as well, like Daruk did?
Huh.
That scarf around Yambu's neck, it looks like the champion's sheath, like what Daruk was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Might be that, I don't know.
A little bit.
It might be now, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna put some Daruk's protection. Yep. Put some protective armor on because ouch, my face. Yeah, you see warrior type Gorons in this game. When they're clever swords.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the Maori blade like swords they have. Yeah.
Yeah, that scarf around his neck looks like the champion's the champion's cloth that the Daruk was wearing, the other champions. Even though because he's a descendant of Daruk.
Kind of looks like a Boy Scout with that on. You know, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, it's the same one. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that before, but. And the Gerudo Travelers.
Looks like a pirate. No.
Yeah. He's one of the patriarchs. Yeah, he's not talking about the Link being the champion. Why?
Oh, okay.
Talking about the Master Sword that rests within the forest. That might be our next stop. Now, I'm going to
Or
upgrade.
the next time. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get the shrines, is it? Heart container? No, I might have enough hearts, I'm not sure. So you gotta have a certain amount of hearts to pull out the Master Sword. Yeah, you can either get a heart container or a stamina vessel. Sorry, heart vessel or stamina vessel.
Hmm.
Where is it? Or the breaker. Right, so after we get the Master Sword, I'll show off the Lionel sort of mini boss.
Oh yeah, the centaur. Yeah, yeah.
Walk here. I might have to screen share again if it's going to bugger this up. Well, it's been good so far, though, isn't it? It's been good.
It's been a little pixely, but not like horridly. So it's like not like it is now pixely, but it's not like over the top. But yeah, you can do that again. It seems to slip back into it really easily for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. There we go. There we go.
And here's Europe. Oh, Hesu. Shakala. Gonna go for weapon stash. Oh, blah blah, come on. Right. No, I didn't mean. Oh. So I'm holding the royal bow at this point. Well, I think it's the royal guard bow. Yeah, so it's got that Atlantean look to it.
Yeah, it does. It
Atlantean.
decided to blur again while you were doing that, but I guess it was his little maraca thing that did it. But yeah, what a pain in the ass. All right, it retains a little bit of blurriness, but not. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got that Atlantean look to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does actually. The bow does. It has that Atlantean Da Vincian mix. Yeah.
There's another one you get off the Lizophos bow. Spiked inlay look to it.
Has that bony.
It's like a bony inlay look to it, like clamshell look.
Yeah, I've seen ones like that. The fish people have. They have something similar. Like as some of them have like this spear that has kind of a trident look, but it has like a coral look to it, and some bows that have like a coral look to them. So that's interesting. I don't know how you use them underwater, mind you, but yeah.
You've got different elemental swords.
Yeah, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, those are like some SSP type stuff where there was a type of sword that was a flat energy base that was based kind of like on the lightsaber in Star Wars a little bit, and Halo.
Yeah, so you got 3 different archetypes. You've got the spears, long swords, and your dual swords. Yeah. Oh, I'm still on this. Alright, let's see if I can pull this out. I don't think I've got enough for this. I think I'm going to have to get a couple more hearts.
Link, you are our final hope.
Final hope?
The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
What is with this voice?
It sounds like this, yes.
It sounds like this pompous link.
Yeah, you do that a little too well. Yeah, yeah.
Who is that? Did I doze off again?
Great Deku Truth.
Well, well. It's you. You finally decided to return. Better late than never. After 100 years, I'd nearly given up hope on seeing you again. Even my patience has limits, you know. That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however. I have watched over Hyrule since time immemorial. Many have referred to me over the ages as the Deku Tree. That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess. The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon. Believe it or not, it was actually you who wielded that sword 100 years ago.
Really?
But I must warn you to take extreme caution. The sword stands as a test to anyone who would dare attempt to possess it. As you are now, I cannot say whether you are worthy or not. If you sought to free the sword in any sort of weakened state, you would surely lose your life where you stand. Best of luck, young one.
Yeah, there are elementals like that too, that are like Treebeard. And there are also mother and father dryads that are like that as well. That are whole essences of large trees that can control and or send different energies to different trees like an antenna.
I don't think I've got enough.
And you will die. No.
Oh, no, I don't have enough. I'm gonna need a couple more hearts. Oh, or else I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Lord. Yeah, you need
So-
at least 2 more. Yeah.
So, right, where's Zora's domain? I'll show off the Lionel.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll show the Lionel first, and I'll go to one of the shrines.
Okay.
That's it. Shut the wrong one. This is Mifa.
Okay.
Actually, quite a sad story, really, what happened, because she was like,
What happened?
oh, she died. Her spirit got trapped in one of the beasts.
Oh, okay.
She's all the four champions all died. You have to rescue the
Okay.
spirits.
Oh, that's yeah.
Where am I going? Yeah, this is what the Zoras look like in this game. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Fish-like appearance to them.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it looks like types of myrrh. Yeah.
There's the king. He's huge. Yep. And he got that scar, I believe, from defeating a guardian at one point in his life.
Interesting.
There's Prince Sidon. It's a bit gross with the way the fins recommended that, but. And they age longer than Hylians as well.
Huh?
Because they age longer than Hylians as well, the Zoras. I think they age for about a good 100 years. And so does the Sheikahs, they age longer as well.
Oh. Oh, they age
They have
really
long-
slow. Okay.
Yeah, they have long lifespan. Because he was around when Mifa was about. It's been 100
about?
years since. It's been 100 years since Mifa passed, so he's about 100 and something. Yeah, it's been 100
yeah.
years. Yeah. So
Yeah,
they age
these beings live a long time. Yeah.
Right, where am I going? Mount Leru. Right, where is that? It's up there. I think, or is it up this end? But first, I'll need the Zora armor. Now, the Zora armor, interestingly enough, allows you to ascend up waterfalls.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna get some meat. Oh no, I drowned!
Oh, really?
I drowned. I didn't have any stamina left. Didn't I? The stamina go. Yeah, green. Next, the green bar's there. I didn't have any. I ran out.
How did you drown? Okay, that's weird.
Because I ran out of the stamina.
Oh.
You see that green circle there?
Yeah.
I ran out of that. It went down. I had no stamina, so I drowned.
Oh, that's funny.
Right. Let's see if there's any fish in here I can get. Don't need any bass, no. Fine for fish. Ooh, I might not have them out. My armor might be a bit weak. I'll just boost my defense up with the food anyway. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep. Cool.
I was just watching you do it. Yeah. But did you think I froze or something?
No, I just thought you fell sink.
Okay.
Come on. Come on, Link, hurry up! God, I hate that
That's so
voice.
weird. Yeah. Oh.
It's like a really weird British accent. It's that anime British accent.
Anime British. Yeah. Yeah.
Link, hurry up!
They try to do the partial Japanese voice and the partial, or like the in the British accent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird. The voice actor who does Mifa isn't too bad. She's a little bit more. She's not as over the top as Zelda's voice actress, but right, where is it? Oh, better armor up a bit more. Right.
Looks like he's cold. With his breath. Yeah. Out.
Right, armor. Armor up. Attack up. Where is he? There he is.
You might want to unblur it first. It's starting to do it again. No.
Oh man, annoying.
Yeah, it's being a pain in the butt. Huh? There we go.
Oh no! Ah! Yeah, this thing's quite terrifying.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh. Aha! Piggyback. Yay.
There we go.
The son of a bitch. On a
There we
hoofs.
go.
Shocker.
Bang.
Understood. Yeah, so I'm a rich man. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Right, also I want to show off one of the dragons as well, the elementals.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
It's gonna upgrade the champion's tunic. Right, where is it? There it is. We'll jump to show off one of the shrines.
Okay.
Because I haven't done this shrine yet. There's a... Ooh. Yeah, so it's kind of this sort of eerie, mystical vibe to it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no, it's treasure chest. All the star constellations everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has this like mystical, like Egyptian look to it, also with the star constellation. Yeah.
Graceful. No. Hurry up. What's doing now to get up there? No. Come here. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh. Oh. Kind of remind me of the Re-Deads, actually, these monks.
Yeah, they do look like redeads, actually. Yeah. And the spirit orb thing, when they put it in his chest, there was a one time where I saw an incident where a fake Jesus was putting an orb in someone's chest that carried a set of bad guys within it that would infiltrate the person. So it was it's very similar to that. It's like they called it the spirit orb. It was very much the same thing, but only there were aliens inside of a small vessel that were being put inside somebody that exist in their energy quantumly and block their hard space. And it's very similar to that.
Interesting.
Mm.
Where is he?
And this one they put a good connotation to it. The other one was an evil one.
There he is.
Hmm.
All
right. And also with powers like that, if you get it locked into, like say if you upgrade your DNA with certain codes, it will grant you certain abilities and then that DNA will then unlock other things that you want to access, like different tools and such.
Give me horn, give me horn.
Different like doorways, portals, tools. That's what some of the ancients used. The things locked into the DNA. And sometimes that can be locked into family lines thereafter, like it'll stay in the DNA, like how viruses can, good like magical tools. And
oh fuck, Rock Top.
Spells, scrolls, all that.
Rock Titan. Yeah,
but what I was saying, there was a past life of mine that had a scroll that was put into his energy that affected me later on down the road. And it's very similar.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you talking to one of the Interstellar councils recently about the fake Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I had that on a Q&A as well. Yeah.
This is also good. This shrine takes me to the Zonai shrine. The Zonai in this game are like these Aztec warriors that the Sheikah actually admired, and they left that gave them their technology. They don't exist anymore. They're supposed like relatives or descendants are like a little offshoot of villagers, and the Zonai, yeah.
Okay. That'd be like the Aztec Mayan type federation. Yeah.
Yeah, well. So, have I done the no, I haven't done the shrine, so let's see what the shrine offers. I think it's just a straight. Some shrines they're puzzles, some shrines are just straight up give you the orbs. Because sometimes the actual getting to the shrines can be the puzzles themselves, so.
Oh yeah, typical Zelda. Yeah.
Yep, here we go. Ooh. What don't I want? That's one of the Zora spears you have. Oh, I don't want it, so. Zip.
Looks like a trident, but just two. Yeah. Even Viking was talking about on After Show, whereas he made an etherical construct that was a trident of fire and ice to go after Orion and Syrian forces in his dream.
It's interesting. core. So I have enough for another power up, but I think I might need 2 more hearts. So go back to the Great Fairy, upgrade the tunic, and we can head on to Rito Village.
Okay. Big creepy fairy, yeah.
Yeah, more creepy than the ones in Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Not as fan servicey as the Ocarina of Time and the Majora's Mask one, but they're creepy. Right, should I go to the one in Kakariko Village? Yes, why not? Mm. Loading. Is it blurry or is it okay?
Yeah. You can do that. You can flip it again if you want to. Yeah, probably a good idea. All right. Yeah, we'll have to find a way around that next time. It's obviously drawing resources from somewhere doing that. So.
Hmm.
Well, this is a nod to the old games too, with the music and everything too.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I didn't mean to. No,
Oh.
no, I hit Naya by accident. Damn it. Come back.
Mm. Ah. Mm.
Yeah, it's just like creepy sort of molesting thing to Link. When you, later on when you upgrade him, she actually pulls him in the, she drags him in the pool.
That's funny.
Ah.
See if how I can enhance to the next level. No, to act for the other fairies to upgrade.
Mm. Ah.
Let's get one more spirit orb. We'll head off to.
Yeah, negative nymphs will try to empower your genes that way, make you addicted to all sorts of things. But positive ones, if they hang around long enough, will mess with you sexually too a little bit, you know. So, but the negative ones are more like the molester kind, like how that's gonna seem, you know.
It's Kakariko Village. You see, it's very Japanese, well, Oriental sort of style.
Yep.
Give me heart.
Yeah, it was in a past life as a Tibetan monk where he put a scroll inside of his own energy that screwed up my energy in this lifetime. But I had to go back and rewrite it. It was based on what I was saying about the different orbs and everything. He did something similar to himself.
No,
it's based on ideals that worked in that time but don't now.
No, let's go to the research lab.
Yeah, right.
Can you see me on the screen, or are you just seeing?
Oh, I see you. I see you down. I put the two little screens down in the corner.
You
the
see
viewers
me
won't see it. Yeah.
See me picking my nose. Ugh.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think the people will see it though. So.
They know now.
They know now, but
yeah.
Yeah, he just everybody. He just announced that for all of you to hear. So.
Yeah. We'd like to know that. Hello. So yeah, these ancient materials you can get manufacture weapons, the ancient swords, the ancient blade saw, and they're very effective towards the Guardian. So what do I want to upgrade? Do I want any more? I'm sorry. No problem. Right, so we're down 1. Well, actually, that Lionel sword's pretty crap, so I'll get rid of that.
Can't you just sell that to him?
No, you can't sell weapons.
Oh, well, that's stupid. Yeah, that is kind of dumb, actually. Yeah.
You can sell armor and materials, but not weapons. I want a... I'm gonna go for the buzzsaw. Yeah, so this thing can do multiple damage.
No, that's like a
Right.
chainsaw.
Pretty much is. Right. It's
Yeah, that's a
thundering outside.
chainsaw at that point. Yeah.
Thundering outside, so I've got to get rid of all the metallic weapons. All. Yep. Yeah, I'm fine. Get zapped. Right, so where to go next? Can't remember now which way. There is sort of linear ways you can go to get certain passages, but yeah, that's all. That that Hatano lab research was all designed for designed back in the day to stop the calamity influence. There's another. There's an stop the calamity influence, Ganon's influence, trying to have ways they can repel him back.
Oh, okay.
Weapons. So later on, you can actually upgrade to get a bike, a motorcycle in this game. Pretty.
Yeah, that's how I operate. You know, getting rid of different entities. You know, I look for different ways of things that of what they're allergic to, what they aren't. You know.
Wait, where's the bird? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I think over there.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the giant bird. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just mob.
Jesus.
There's another researcher in one of the labs, but she used the technology to rejuvenate herself, but she de-aged herself in the process. She's a little girl now at this point.
Oh, she de-aged herself in process. Okay.
Yeah, but she's turned into like a little girl now at this point.
Oh, okay. So she's just gonna re-age again. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like she's 100. Yeah, and also the Sheikah age slower as well. They have longer lifespans than the Hylians do.
Oh, okay.
A quick way to get there. Oh.
You just transport while you're in the sky. That's interesting.
Screw this. I'm teleporting. This is the Great Plateau where you started out.
Okay.
It's the tower. That's the tower that activated it all. It's the tower that started it all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can see like Hyrule is. Well, if
That's huge. Yeah.
I was going to talk about Hyrule Castle over there. You can see that's. Let me get a better view. Yeah, you can see it's all covered in calamity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corrupted in his influence. Alright. Change bows. Ah.
Oh.
Corrupted. I'm fine on resources and meat, so I don't need to hunt any more deer.
Okay.
little Colosseum over there.
Oh yeah, the deer. Yeah. It's getting pretty pixelated. You might want to do that again. It goes in degrees of it. I've noticed. There we are.
Let's do more towers. Hold on. Oh, there's one over there. And each time you activate these towers, you sync up part of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the goblins, you come moblins, or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, those are the moblins. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Let's screw this. Oh, I guess shrines do. Actually, do let you know. Does that mean there are towers near or shrines near? Oh, never knew that.
Oh, you're near something. Yeah.
Usually that indicates down there when. Usually only indicates when I've activated the towers, though.
Hmm.
I know citizens in trouble. Yeah, you do help random citizens now and then. They'll give you like potions if. Hey. Oh, there is a shrine here. Oh,
It's like a Geiger counter. Yeah.
jeez, no. First things first, going up for the tower. Ah, but I think there's some Guardian twats that are operating down here, but they're only, but they're like the station ones, the broke. Let's talk about.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of them down there, behind the grass, where it's gone. There, there is.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Oh,
probably
it's one
spot
of
me
those.
if it hits me. It'll probably see me from there. I'll get repaired. Fact. There you go. See me. Well,
Oh yeah, they start glowing.
oh,
Oh, it's a mirror. Yeah.
well, you can like deflect it back at them.
Oh, I've done that with certain bad guys where I've just made it so that their magic gets mirrored back at them like 100,000 times and like that. Or I've shielded myself to where I do that too when I'm going against a dark magician or something.
Restart this again because I've got. Damn it. He's really good at parrying those attacks, but yeah, you can parry them back at them.
Hmm.
You target
Okay.
them. I mean, he's really good at parrying them, but. Oh, the boss is still there. Let's go away. The station ones shouldn't be too hard, but... No, that's gonna see
One's
me again.
creeping up on you here, yeah.
It's gonna probably see me. Is it gonna see me? Nope. Got these ones though. Oh damn it! I'm just sucking at this parrying. Oh, go away. That's weird. I'm usually pretty good at parrying though.
Hmm.
Let's screw you.
There we go.
And they're gonna be there's another one around here as well. Where is it? There it is, behind there. Oh god damn it. Oh shit! Oh. Fucking terrain. Slipped. Screw you.
As it blows up in your face, yeah, there we go.
I'm really good at I'm usually really good at parrying attacks, but get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they'd have been a massive pain in the arse, me climbing this up here, them shooting at me. Shh.
No, yeah, you might as well destroy the turrets first, yeah.
Right. Right.
Oh, you almost got it.
Oh, Rivali's Gale makes it so less tedious.
Huh?
Rivali's Gale makes it so less tedious. Getting up, you get the updraft of wind that allows you to paraglide upwards.
Yeah, that's good. You know, that's also like something I ran into in Japan where there was a at one of the shrines where there was like a script that was repeating the same words over and over again: open door, open this, or open this portal, or something like that, when it was translated. And it was basically computer script of basically saying open a doorway, open a portal, open a gateway, essentially. And that's very similar to one of the things I saw in Japan at one of their shrines.
It's interesting.
It was way up in the mountains too. Was that the shrine? I can't remember the name of the shrine. It's the one with the big orange torii gates. That's up in the hills. There.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's a shrine that has large orange torii gates or vermilion colored torii gates, and it's a very famous one. I cannot remember the shrine offhand, the name of it, but I was there and saw like different coding and scripting in the shrine that had to do with opening doors and gates, and the torii gates are essentially a portal. So, or an old ancient untumban piece of technology that was just copied in style, essentially.
Right,
And that's
let's
kind of what that tower had the same kind of coating.
get myself a shield because I need. I think there's some.
Oh, there we go.
Ah. Yeah.
What is that? No.
It's a sword. Fire sword.
Okay.
I've already got. I've already got 2 of them though. So
Okay.
got a shrine over there. You can put markers on your map as well.
Okay.
And we're heading to a great canyon.
Okay.
I think it's the canyon. Yeah, this place is huge. Hmm.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, I wish there's more enemy variety though in this game. There wasn't a great deal. Oh, I hear
Looks like it's
Hinox.
pretty. It looks like it's pretty big, though.
Oh, it's Hinox. Some of these strong varieties too. Oh, you.
There we go. As he falls on you.
Explodes first.
Okay.
All sorts on another one. Nothing of interest. I think we've had a decent shield, but keys over there. Alright, go away. There's also shield surfing this as well, but I don't want to risk losing my shield doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't think much use the horses in this game. I thought they find really awkward to control.
Yeah, I generally don't use horses in games either. You know, like The Witcher 3. You know, I don't like doing it. I just walk everywhere. Or in Elder Scrolls, I just tend to walk everywhere. You can explore a lot more and see a lot more without it. I tend to find weird crap as I'm going along. So yeah.
Oh.
All right.
You can also use their arms as like weapons as well.
Huh.
I think they do. No. Yeah, but you can use like the Stealth's arms.
You can beat them to death with their own arms. Yeah.
Oh, snitch. Ah! Screw this. Oh. Stupid stamina, come on. Uh-huh. Keep signaling it. Oh.
Jesus.
Oh. Only just. Yeah, you can see Hyrule completely coated in it. Shrine is near. Also, that you see that meter in the middle on the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That measures your temperature of the terrain. So, oh yes, shield. You want shield? Give me shield. It's like you've. Oh. Yeah, I should have really got a faster means of transport. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to eat some fast food.
Fast food. Fast food.
Speed you up, yeah. Okay. I might as well.
Might as well mark it. Yeah. Mhm.
Zzz. If this is a pain in the arse one, I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, you can leave too.
Yeah, you can just leave anytime. Oh,
Oh yeah, I can see why.
yeah.
See, these actually really make you think and expand that whole
Yeah.
decoding issue with the brand. Yeah.
Thinking the fourth dimension level in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rivali's upwind makes things so much more easier. Well, it's not the most useful item in the game, pretty much.
Which one was it?
Rivali's Gale. So it gives you
Oh
an
yeah,
upgrade.
the
It
upward. Yeah.
allows you to power glide upwards. Creates like an updraw, so I can just zip up. See, now I've got to go for this tedious climbing.
I wanted to say we're almost at the 3.5 hour mark. If you want to do the channeling part soon here.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again then, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Let me just get to
Oh,
this tab.
to show more of it. Yeah, yeah. We could do a part 2 of this. Yeah, yeah.
Ugh, come on. Or we could just go up to the channeling right now because this is gonna take a bit of a while. I'll tell you what. Next time we come on here, I'll try and see and get to Rio Village.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do that. We'll do this part, yeah, and then we can do a part 2 of this. Yeah.
Let's agenda it now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I looked down at the clock, it was almost 3.5 hours. So it's like, yeah, okay. So trying to think, okay. Who's the bison's name again?
His name's Bielov. Is that his name?
Bilaf.
Bielov.
Bilaf, okay. Bilaf, are you still here? I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, you're there. Okay. Oh, you're kind of blurry there.
Oh.
Ooh. Let's see. Okay. Okay, did you want to do channel or did you just want to relay information? Oh, okay. You prefer to relay information. Okay, that's a first. Okay. It's been a while since I've encountered that. Okay. What is it that you want to relay? Is it about your people? Or are you type of elemental that may be being shown in there or in the game? Oh, I think I understand where I was saying that there's mixes of elementals and mixes of like mutations and stuff like that. That's what his people are. And they're like a mix between, you look like a buffalo, but are you like a mix, but originally did you say laboratory experiment or like a conjuring or both? Oh, you were a conjuring that became your own independent species, very much like the rock golems I was talking about earlier. Okay. And so what is it that you could say disclosure wise on the game? Is it you see all these mixes of creatures that are in it and the mix between technology and magic? You've seen that. Oh, I believe I'm understanding. You, the people that created you had technology that was very similar in appearance to this, is what you're saying. Yes. Okay. Who were they? Were they Orion or they? No, not Orion. Okay. Were they similar to like say like Untumban or some of the Agarthan groups or like Lyran? Who were they? More like Untumban. Are you saying it's like there's an offshoot group or is it the Untumbans themselves created your race? It was the Untumbans that did. Okay. So that and you're saying that they created you, but then you became your own independent like elemental hybrid that then you mixed with other forms and everything, and now that's the result that you are now. Okay, you're saying they have a similarity in the game to some of their tech and some of the hybridizations of creatures. Okay, that's interesting. What else did you want to explain about this? Is that what you came in to say, or did when was it that your people were created then, or do you know that you were created on Untumba after they came into this dimension? Okay, and to do what? What was the original job that they had in store? Just like to watch or to guard or to relay information, kind of like a familiar going back and forth, like how a witch's familiar is, where you would also do reconnaissance. Correct. And you're saying they use genetic techniques to create you and that, and also magical and technological ones. Okay. And holographic, they built it in a holographic construct, like Untumbans like to do. They build things in a holographic construct, and they look to see how it would function first in a more 3D way. But also, you're saying they brought you to life like one of those, like the transporter deal is, where they brought you in from basically from a holographic construct into a physical one. You're saying they created you holographically, then genetically, and then converted the light and sound codes into physical matter, is what you're telling me. Correct. Okay. Essentially taking like holodeck matter on Star Trek and then bending it to where the light and photons turn themselves into physical matter through like the molecular solid process that some beings use. Yes. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, folks, I did actually understand that concept. So it takes a while to get your brain to decode the different concepts like that, but I got it. I don't know if somebody showed me the mathematics behind it, I'd be like, "Durr," but no, that. So yeah, that I get it. So why didn't you want to channel the normal way, the regular way? Not used to that form of communication. Oh, okay.
Usually people from the Atumban Collective aren't too fond of channeling. They don't. Usually people from the Atumban Collective aren't that fond of channeling.
Yeah, they usually aren't. They do, but very, very. It's kind of reluctantly. So I guess they picked up the same Untumban sensitivity to entanglements and different energies and poisons and contaminants and entanglements, all that stuff. So yeah, that actually makes sense. So what, Isaac? All right, he says because he runs around naked. Okay, what are you saying? Because he doesn't have like a suit or something? No, he literally runs around naked. Well, what does that have to do with channeling? All right, let's see. Because I know there's certain sensitivities in channeling that make it easier if you are naked, but in this case, you're saying he would pick up more entanglements because of that fact. In this case, yes. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. Okay, that makes sense actually. But okay, what else did you want to include in this? The fact that in this game series and other ones, your people are depicted to a lesser degree. Define lesser degree. Do you mean not in look, or do you mean in attitude? Like they show them as like evil or something? Both. They don't depict you quite right. They show you as bad or mischievous. Oh, you're saying back in our own history, people thought you were like a monster or something. Yeah. Oh, probably like puritanical type people or something like that. So, yeah. Oh, you said people with guns. So, okay, that yeah, but that narrowed that down to era. It would be more or less. Oh, okay. It would be more or less. Okay, I'm seeing it. It's like the puritanical or pilgrim type of era here in the United States. And anything different from them, they were so anal retentive and OCD that it was they didn't want anything different, and they would have shot at it. So yeah, so they would have shot at one of them. So you're saying you appeared here because I just see you just appearing, like poof, So you saying like you fell through a conduit or something because Earth's energetic and magnetic and gravitational field grabbed you? and you ended up here, but the humans weren't too kind to you. Okay, all right. Yeah, they would have considered him a monster. So because they look short, I would have to say 3 feet. He at least Beloff here does. He's about 3 feet. Looks like three, maybe just under 4, somewhere in there. If you include his horns, yeah. So yeah, I can see. Yeah, he looks like a very small bison, and has like a beard and everything. So yeah, but no mustache. He just has like this goatee that comes down and like a dwarven bison or something like
Yeah.
that. Isaac just called him a midget buffalo. So yeah, and let's see, what? But Beloff tried to retort back at Isaac and said, "Yeah, said his nickname would be Stubby Wiener." Okay, all right. That it was just his attempt at translating a joke. So okay,
Yeah.
basically you're saying he was dickless, essentially. Okay, it just translated weird. Okay, but that's he's like, heh heh. Okay, I know that the beings are legit when they start going back and forth like this. So it's like, obviously Isaac is renowned through the whole realm here. So obviously these beings kind of know him or his personality in some fashion. So they don't really have a planet per se, other than on Antumba. They just kind of wander. And they gather reconnaissance kind of in some areas, but they don't necessarily have to do the job anymore. But they do report back if they find Orion crap around. And so, like in the game, if you would run into something like Ganon or some infiltration or something, they would go back and report it. But it's like
That the final form of Ganon in the previous games, that pig-like form, is that like another bastardization of your people?
yes, exactly. With the pig nose that came up, because he has a nose that's kind of turned up a little bit like that. So yeah, Buffalo have that too, where it's kind of like a little like that. So
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bastardization. Yeah,
there's another enemy ratio. Oh, what are they called? They're like pigs, but they're not. You see them in Wind Waker, and I think they made an appearance in Ocarina in the older games. They've got like those pig forms, like minions of Ganon. Missions of him. So
yeah,
to take it, they're like
it's like that. Yeah. I've come across another pig race that they're more. They formed from energy to matter as well, and they were more like archivists. They call themselves Laborisans, and they were a little bit different. But he's kind of a similar origin where it went from light and sound to matter as well. And there's a lot of elementals that go from like an elemental base, like water, earth, air, fire, water, metal, electricity or something like that. And then they form over time a solid form. This was done technologically, and it was done quickly. It wasn't like over millions of years type of thing like some of the elementals had, but it was the same process. It was just the Antumans had to have created like a time dilation type field to where a lot more time would pass in a smaller area or like a smaller space, and it would have made it so there would have been that amount of time within a small amount of time. Essentially a time like dilated field within another time dilated field. Something like that. They would have had to have done that in like a simulation of some kind. Some kind of a simulation or holographic experiment or something. But to form that, but it would have been like in a few minutes or maybe a couple hours, and they would have gotten it done. But after creating the template for it, he's like this. So he's like, oh, you're explaining what I would have said, So it's like that sort of thing. So it's like, I guess they're not used to somebody that gets the concept. So it's like they're used to having to explain it. So it's like, anything else, Beloff? Let's see. That would be it for now. Okay. All right. So thank you, Beloff. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I thought I was going to channel, but he wasn't comfortable doing it. So I pointed to the crystal. I had all the stones and everything. He's like, nah, like that. So it was like, it's not the first time I've run into that. So it's usually I go the other way, but no, this is it's rare I run into the hesitation. But that's usually like I said with Antumban races and such. It's like that. So I think we could end this particular episode here unless you have anything to add, Richie.
No. Besides, I don't know about the footage for Ocarina of Time. That's a bit more difficult to get. Yeah, but not really.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. At some point, you'll see an Ocarina of Time part two as well. But it's the streaming and the screen capture and everything makes it extremely pain in the ass. So that's why it takes a while for some of these to happen. So thank you everybody for watching this episode. I know it's a bit long, but hopefully you enjoyed this and the comparisons in Disclosure in the game world again. So thank you everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right. One thing that I forgot to add to the Breath of the Wild disclosure, something that is very obvious, and adding to another discussion that I had about curses and such, was a place called Non-Madal. We see that on Ancient Aliens a couple times. It was actually a naval port in ancient Lemuria. Of that, the two brothers, they said that two giant brothers, twins, said that made it, were actually, using certain sound to levitate it. Now, what does this have to do with Zelda? Oh, well, you see, as Richie was playing through that, where he was lifting those blocks and flinging them towards the drones and such, it was sound, and also magnetics and everything, and a tractor beam or repulsor beam type of thing where he was using to, you see that whipping those blocks around like that. And that's what was used to build Non-Madal. The natives think it's cursed. They will go there. They don't like it when people go there. They allow it, but they don't like it. They say the gods don't like people going there. Well, they say it's cursed. Well, that goes back to the former discussion and paranormal discussion I had. Whereas cursed places, or places that are said to be cursed, there's sometimes some aliens or somebody that don't want anybody there. What I want to know is who's doing what there that keep people out of there. And why would they want people to be curious about it? They may not want it, and people already are. Instead of being afraid, they're going towards it and looking at it in a scientific way, which they should. They're not counting on that. They're hoping people are afraid and stay away. It's a conquered site. It once was Lemuria. Now, possibly some Orion boob is doing something there. That's how it was on Easter Island. I found an Orion guy that had wings, like an angel, that was in control of another dimensional space there, that controlled, or was the boss of the Syrians, now by which the statues are likenesses of, who came from Lemuria. They were the Syrian royalty that took over after the council left. They went by way of the Marquesas and Easter Island. And why the natives decapitated the statues, they realized how to kill them. So, quickest way is the head comes off, as you know. So, even with elves or lizards, reptilians, winged serpents, which angels, and Orion, the leg, off the head. But yeah, if also any aliens, if you want to keep people away, you say it's cursed. High Brazil, off the coast of Ireland. They said the beings there were arrogant, didn't want to mix with the locals. Some of them, those are remnants of Atlantis. They were there observing them. They didn't want any of the locals there, or any explorers there. So they made it so you could see the island, but you couldn't get to it. And eventually somebody got to it and saw a bunch of weird creatures there. Explorer, I believe it was a Spanish explorer, found it, went there, and it was only visible certain times of year in certain eclipses or lunar cycles and cyclical patterns throughout the year. But anyway, get back on subject. The Non-Madal was the place I was trying to think of in the recording. The name escaped me. Now I remember. So it is 9:13. Oh, wait, hang on. Before I do that, also going back to the paranormal discussion, there could be houses and neighborhoods that are haunted, that are alien watchtowers, as I've said before, that they say, oh, look at the old creepy place. That old creepy place may not just have ghosts, folks. It may have aliens watching the neighborhood, or being used by military to watch a neighborhood like the mansion in Resident Evil at the beginning, where the two were watchmen for a neighborhood. You heard me say that? That's another group that likes to say things are haunted. Military will also do this in graveyards as well to keep people occupied with light shows. Aliens will do the same thing with light shows. Same thing with Namadal. It says, legends say, light show. Same thing out on the East Coast around where Roanoke and all that disappeared. Light show. It's aliens doing things on both ends of the planet. Just a food for thought. 9:14 p.m. Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. Thank you.